Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Arcane Core Blackout. Before we get started, I would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor for this episode, 𝚙𝚏𝚜𝚎 Productions. They publish Monster of the Week, the game you're enjoying right now, as well as such critically acclaimed hits as Blades in the Dark, Fate, and Thirsty Sword Lesbians. They've got 2 new supplements out now for a Monster of the Week. Tome of Mysteries adds new paranormal moves and playbooks for hunters to try. And the Codex of Worlds takes your mysteries beyond the modern day and gives your party new team moves to try. Look for them at your friendly local game store or on the web at 𝚙𝚒𝚑𝚜.com. And now, without further ado, let us continue. Hello, and welcome to Other Cider Studios. I'm your keeper for this evening, Ambrose, she, they, and tonight we continue with Arcane Core Blackout, Episode 5, Alter Egos. This series is using Monster of the Week, a Powered by the Apocalypse game by 𝚙𝚒𝚑𝚜 Productions. And now we start with our beautiful cast, starting with Calamity.
Hello, I am Calamity, pronouns she, they, who's playing Cameron, pronouns also she, they, who is the star. For a second.
There it is, yes.
There it is.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And
oh, I guess also known as Polly Pocket, which we'll
also
get to.
known as Polly Pocket, because you're looking different today, and we love it.
A little bit. A little bit.
So, Iris.
Hello, my name is Iris Wyndham, pronouns she, they, and I'm playing Cordelia / Cassandra, pronouns she, her, and I am the mundane.
Cool. And Jazz.
What up? I'm Jazz. My pronouns are she, they, and I am playing Mo Jackson, the professional, whose pronouns are she, her.
Cool. And Vin.
Oh my gosh, hi. I'm Vin at VinVoxBA on Twitter. My pronouns are he, they, and I'll be playing Foxtrot, the parasite. Any y'all.
We were holding that one for a little bit. So yes, welcome Parasite. So yes, thank you. And without further ado, let's get started with session 4 recap. After a tense conversation between Cordelia and Foxtrot, Theo pulls them apart, as well as Mo, and then you decide to focus on the evidence before y'all set out to find out some stuff. Did anyone want to talk to those things? There was 3 things y'all looked through, which was apartment footage, containment center footage, and Ripley's identity email. Did anyone want to talk about that?
Well, for one thing, the table has been acting up that was keeping the book secure / somewhat keeping the book secure. It kept breaking through the different barriers. And then our good close friend Ripley, or not Ripley, Foxtrot, sorry, reached through the table just right into it, and then it stopped being faulty. And so that was weird. And not magic.
Definitely not magic, no. Anything, I feel like that happened at the core, though. Am I correct? I'm still happy about it. That is a good transition from how y'all found out that Rockstar was a parasite in the first place. I was like, hey, that wasn't magic. That wasn't normal. You kind of melted into the table. But yes.
I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine.
You're doing great.
In terms of the lobby footage, I believe you, Cordelia, did find out some information by using magic and tried to hide it. But yes, you want to talk to that?
Okay, this time, yes, actually, I will talk about what you were talking about rather than something else entirely. I totally just mundane sort of used my human ears to listen to the song and try to figure out what it was. And that failed because I am still getting used to these ears. And so instead I use magic to view a different time or place. And so I sort of like put myself in the moment that the footage had been taken, and using my good close friend Cassandra's ears, who's more inclined to music. Sorry, this is a bit that I picked up from my roommate.
My good close
Good,
friend.
Good close friend.
Good close
That's
friend.
it's very McElroy. It's very.
Yes, you were able to find out the song was "What a Wonderful World" by Louis Armstrong. It was being hummed as Ripley was leaving the apartment complex. I believe also you found, or something in general, all of you found like a blurry humanoid form on the camera that Cameron, I believe, keyed in on and like was like, move of seek, like seeking through. So that was great. Containment center footage. I believe that was brought in by you, Mo. Did you want to talk to that?
Yeah. Yeah, this was really weird and suspicious. So we were looking at the footage from the containment center where the doll maker had been imprisoned, and we saw some interesting things. Firstly, it seemed like the doll maker seemed to be aware that something was going down or might have been going down. He was seen forming and reforming in the very weird Sandman swirly, smoky thing that he does. It's very creepy. The other thing that we noticed was that the camera that was like pointed at the cell was disconnected before like there was any like footage of the person who might have done it. So the thought is that maybe the person who disconnected the camera knew where it was and knew to disconnect it first, which implies some things. Yeah. I think there was more stuff, but I don't remember what it is.
You got most of it, I think. The only other thing is a hole was punched through the glass when it came
Right,
back
the hole was
online.
punched through the glass, and it seemed to be punched. Was it through like from the outside?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So outside in,
outside in.
something punched through, and you saw like a Slayer branch people coming in to like kind of secure the room essentially.
Oh.
I think 3 or 4 people, I think you noted. So also you noted that like Slayer branch people came in to reconnect the camera. There was like 3 or 4 people there in the room, and that's how you saw the hole in the first place. The last thing was Ripley's identity email. You found that there was a storage unit that Ripley went to once a week for a month, I believe. And the card was in use. Purchases of Skittles and Mountain Dew. You, Mo, are connecting dots, but you're holding it for now.
Yes.
Which it's a big bag of Skittles this time.
I feel like they're doing this on purpose.
I think so. Kat pulls Ezra away to talk about something. Ezra looks a little concerned. And it seems like Ezra now is no longer going to be out that day. He's going to actually go to Jack's station to keep an eye on the journal and do some research in their stead, because Jack's not there. And because of that, I believe Cordelia and Foxtrot and Theo head out to the core, and Cameron and Mo go to Caligo Avenue. It starts with Ezra. Did anyone besides me want to talk to what happened? Because a lot happened there, it seems like, with Cordelia and Foxtrot, besides the obvious reveal. But did anyone want to talk to that?
I like to believe everything went extremely well and there were no problems to be had because they're the best of friends.
Right. Sure. Theo leaves the room for a split second and then things go wrong. Work parent did not do a work parent. So
I really feel like he should know better by now, and yet
he really trusts them and shouldn't, and you trust them, but you trust but verify with them very much. Which is funny to me.
Because I know that's because I know better. That's because I know better.
That's fair. The faulty table. Ezra was able to confirm that there's something wrong with it and probably needs to check out what's going on. I believe Cordelia looked at Jack's work computer and found that Jack sent maintenance requests for it, and about two over the course of like a week, every like last week and this current week. And apparently, Kat had verified that it never was received, but you do see the sent messages.
Right. And it was like either like not an actual person on the like repair team, or like it was something funky. And I am both worried about Jack's health and also worried about whether or not I can trust Jack anymore.
Oh, baby.
I don't know what's going on.
We'll see.
My close good friend.
So my close good friend. Yeah, Theo goes out to find Foxtrot's files, and that's when Foxtrot tries to find out what's wrong with the table, and thinks that they can use it as an example of, hey, look, I can magic, right? And that wasn't magic, what you did. And Ezra was able to pick up on it really quick. You did fix the table, which is great. You realize something was wrong with it, even though you don't know exactly why or what, because it's magically induced, but you're able to like figure out the code of materials is the best way to put it, and put it back together. Ezra tries to find out by touching you what's like, hey, what's good with you, and is able to find out that, hey, the body that you're riding is not living anymore, but you're not living dead in terms of the supernatural sense. And then you say like, hey guys, can we keep a secret? Can we keep a little secret? I'm actually an alien. I actually am the one that killed myself. You want to talk any further about that? Like, yeah, like I just kind of murderized them.
So sometimes you see humans and you don't know what humans are, and you get a little freaked out when you first come on the planet, and maybe they're a little soft, maybe they're a little squishy,
A little too
like ants. So a little squishy.
So first encounter with aliens, like first encounter with humans, didn't know.
Did not go well.
No, I didn't.
But then I picked one up like a little suit, little skin suit.
Little skin suit. So so you did that. You revealed that Cordelia, you no longer have. There's the kinship, but not in the way you thought. With Foxtrot, and Ezra is like, okay, but like after all this is done, we're gonna talk about this and see what to do next. Theo comes back with the file, and also Cordelia, you tried to use magic to separate Ezra from Foxtrot, and you hurt Ezra. Gave 1 damage, and that hurt his feelings.
Yeah, it hurt my feelings too.
I bet. But the file comes back from Theo, clocks that something happened, and is able to quickly look through the file and see that like, oh hey, like everyone died except for Foxtrot, nothing suspicious. But Cordelia, you're able to find a photo that Theo missed, which was one of the crew members had literally just looks a little bit like Ripley, but is a little worse. And it could have been misconstrued for something else. So you took that photo with the help of Foxtrot saying mumble mumble, grumble grumble, mumble mumble words instead of actual words. And it was great. Everyone in the room looked to you on that one. And then it ends there. Then we go to Mo and Cameron. Mo, you receive a call from Damien, who calls you out.
I sure
literally.
do. Yeah, I sure do. Get a call from Damien. Probably wouldn't have picked that up if I had looked at the caller ID, but I didn't.
You didn't. That was great for me. But you did. Damien obviously says, hey, let's meet and talk later because you've been avoiding me, but also found out that there was something wrong with, went back to Freyton to gather things, but also looked into what happened with Jack Olsen and was able to find out that someone might have been kidnapped, murdered, and used to bring Jack back.
Right. Yeah.
But that's all
to complete the ritual that Ben started to do.
So noted that someone did it in Ben's stead, but who knows who that is. It could be Adele or somebody else. You make it to the collector's conservatory, and you talk to Audrey about the case essentially, and what might have been in it. You want to talk to that?
Yeah. It was like a machine or something that might have been in it, or like an artificer type machine, and it was something that like required a lot of energy.
Yes. It might be a magical artifact that an artificer might have made.
And also sorry, just also that artificery is like kind of like a dying art form, and like a lot of people don't really use it or like delve into it very much, which could hopefully narrow down the field of who might have sold or made this artifact to whoever, to Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly. So you're on the trail with that.
I'm on the trail.
Cameron, you talked to the cockatoo in the window and have a very concerning conversation.
I did. The fun mechanical cockatoo. Yeah, they were fun. Went up to it because it was a mechanical cockatoo. So Cameron was like, I gotta talk to this thing. And tried to talk to it, and it was like, I'm broken. And they were like, how? And they didn't really answer from what I remember, but I know they said to take care of Mo.
Yes.
Again, I was like, how? And it stopped working.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, what's with that?
Don't worry about it. Note it for, who knows? Note it.
I'm concerned.
Don't worry.
It's fine.
Fine. My catchphrase, everyone. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And after that, Cameron, you kind of explore the store and you buy a charisma boost potion. And offer to split it with Mo, who refuses. But you might tuck that away for another time later today. Who knows? Or another time. Who knows? But yeah, and then after getting that information, also, you talk to Audrey about Cole Jennings, Mo, correct?
Yes. Oh God. Yeah. Oh man. I that's a big thing. Yeah. So last season in the aftermath, I went back to Audrey to give her favor that I took to make sure that Ezra didn't owe a favor, because I didn't want that kid owing anybody favors, because God, why do my kids do these things? And so she asked me to find Cole Jennings, and I looked, and I think there was a file or something that might have
you found a redacted old file of an
it was redacted. And so I would have to talk to somebody who has the clearance to open that file. So I told Audrey this, and she gave me a picture of what Cole used to look like. And also there was another person in that photo that she didn't want to tell me who it was. Mm-hmm. But I imagine it's this person that they, I guess, collectively lost. Yeah, so I'm like, interesting.
The dots, they're connecting. You're getting
the dots are connecting. Dots are connecting.
So yeah, I'm so proud of y'all. So that's where we are. Thank you for the recap, wonderful cast. Now, content warning. This is a series that focuses on the following elements: violence and combat, gun violence, fighting, and supernatural violence, trauma and processing trauma, minor body horror, descriptive scenes of death, no gore, but maybe unsettling or dark, illusions and altered realities, creepy atmosphere, betrayal, and potential death. Please take care of yourself if these elements or how they may be portrayed make you uncomfy. You can always catch the VOD later, or just check it out on YouTube. That doesn't go just for the audience, but also this cast as well. They can step away at any time. Safety tools are in place, so there's that. So, without further ado, let's continue. we come back to Mo and Cameron. Y'all enter the core. The other cell members have told you where they're going to be. They are on floor 4, which is the research and development department. And you step into the elevator. You might try to start idle conversation because it's an awkward enclosed space. No one else is in here. But before you do, Mo, you get a ping on your phone.
Like a text?
Yes.
I will pull out my phone and look at it.
You see a message from Travis Jackson.
Oh. I smile.
Oh. Is it like a warm smile? Like
yeah, it's like a fond, warm smile. It's like tinged with like a little bit of sadness, as it always is. But I'm fond of him, so yes, I will open the message.
So the message says, "Hey Polaris, I hope you're well." Probably signs it like a letter. In terms of like older gentlemen. In terms of finding out information about your friend kid ? Millie. I was able to find that still in New York City, from what I can tell. I'm not that great in terms of locating people, but I can give you background information. And then the next message says that Millie has not been reported missing by their family. It has been like 2 weeks technically that they've been missing, but it has been officially declared by the Corps this week. But the family has not called it in. Ezra has like raised flags very hard about it. But not officially, probably because of the nature of where y'all work.
Our jobs, yeah.
Your jobs. But you're able to find out information about Millie's parents, which is Meredith Cole and Andrew Cole. They are probably like nouveau riche style people. They work in antiquities, and they own several auction houses across New York City. They are tied to the Coles and the Todds.
Interesting. Fascinating. I am going to make a tiny note to just pay them a visit. Drop by at some point.
Oh, so you're saying that to Travis? Like, I'll come see you?
Yeah, I will say, I'll text him back and I'll be like, thanks, Dad. Appreciate the information. I'll try to make some time to swing by. Then I'll say, how are you? How's Eve?
There's a long pause, and then just, I hope you're, I'm doing well. Still down a little bit, but keeping work going. You know how it goes. I hope you're taking care of yourself, you're eating well, and you're actually living life out there.
I'm fine. Heart send.
Oh, he knows immediately that's not it. I'm like, this is your dad figure. It's like, it's like just bubbles, just like the dots. I would very much like a visit, or I could come visit you.
No, I will come to you. I think. Been really busy around the station. I don't know if he knows what I do. He doesn't know what I do, but I don't know what he thinks I do.
All right, I'm gonna take the reins from that, and then just
Thank
if you're
you.
gonna like send that, it's just like ... the station.
I might be dating an officer. Oh God! I just kind of like turned to Cameron. I'm like, you still got that charisma potion?
Pulls it out of their like little like shirt pocket.
No. It's fine.
Are you texting that guy?
No, I'm not. And it's not that
Okay,
guy. His name is Damien. I'm texting my father-in-law. Yep. I wish
Well,
you wouldn't do that. I wish you wouldn't look at me like that.
I'm not looking at you any particular way.
It just kind of feels like you're
No, I'm just
making
hanging out in
note
this
of
elevator,
certain
honestly.
things. Well, I know, but you can do that and look at me like you're making note of something at the same time. I'm sure you are capable of a great many things.
You want to send that text?
Yep.
The elevator
Love you, Dad.
dings.
I'll talk to you later.
The elevator dings as you send this message. You see the typing, but like you're trying to get out of there. The situation. Wondering if you should take Cameron up on that charisma potion offer.
Oh man.
Yeah. You walk a short distance to the room where that's Jack's, that you know as Jack's station. And you open the door. Did you want to just walk in and open the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything wrong.
So when you do enter, it's kind of funny. So like you see Ezra under the table, like the table with the orb, and it looks like he's checking out underneath, essentially. Theo is sitting next to the table, elbow propped on the edge of it to make sure not to touch any of the symbols, but is like looking through books. Cordelia and Foxtrot, I feel like you both would be like murmuring to yourself about something. Who knows what you're talking about? Did y'all want to color what y'all might be talking about instead?
So, I just need a little clarification on what is vanilla. Vanilla just I can't seem to grasp the concept of vanilla.
So it's a plant, and then like most of the time, it's used by like squeezing it really hard or like extracting it somehow, and then people put that and use it to flavor things, like drinks, but also like pancakes and stuff like that.
But when something is bland, they also call it vanilla, which makes no sense.
So
If something so meticulously crafted and used it as various flavors be also synonymous with boring.
So
Theo's
I was
like,
also kind of
Theo's like turning the page. Is like, is Cassie really the person to talk to about this? Like,
no. I mean, so when I was seeing ice cream be invented, and sort of like as I was, I don't know if I should have said that. When ice cream was being invented, one of the first sort of flavors that they made was vanilla, and or like it was like the sort of like the standard. And so there's been a lot since then, and so it's just it kind of means like default or like regular.
And the cogs start turning in this once functioning brain that there's other flavors. Incredible.
I like Rocky
Humans.
Road.
Wow.
Yeah. Am I interrupting something? We interrupting?
No, we're just talking about our favorite ice cream, and mine is vanilla.
A good flavor, an excellent flavor.
Only if you put sprinkles on it.
I don't know if
it doesn't need anything else.
I mean, like it's cool
delicious.
with sprinkles on it.
Everything's cool with sprinkles on it.
I'm not sure about that statement.
Have you tried sprinkles on like ice cream? I'm guessing you have at some point in your childhood.
I don't think I've tried ice cream.
Of course.
Anyway,
Ezra
what we
just
got?
peeks his head out from under the table at this conversation.
What are you doing down there?
Well, there was something wrong, or someone had tampered with the table. It wasn't regenerating the way it was supposed to, and
someone tampered with the table?
Yes.
What does the table do?
The table's used for, and like Ezra like slides out and like stands up real quick and like wipes his hands. It's used for containing artifacts, essentially. Usually anything that's cursed or has a larger effect. As you can see here, you can see that there's a journal in there. There's several domes, about 7, that are containing it. Originally, before it was fixed by Justice Foxtrot, it was just cracked the first 2 domes, and it wasn't regenerating, which is kind of something that it's supposed to do. Based off of what I'm seeing under the table, and I need a little bit more time to look at it, someone might have tampered with one of the spell lines under one of the circles, so that it would not regenerate.
Weird.
I'm gonna shoot Theo a look, like one of our silent conversation looks. It's kind of like, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Just like, also Theo's still wearing sunglasses. Just slowly,
So?
one eyebrow's like raising above the shades. It's just like, the best way is like, what are you thinking? Like, what is it?
Are there any cameras in this room?
Did you want to find out?
I mean, yeah. I just want to know if there are, like, if they would be visible.
If you're looking for it specifically, sure, because the way they place cameras is very surreptitious. So, like, you might know what you're looking for, so I'll give you a +1 to sharp. Plus your modifier, whatever you have.
Forgot I have to actually roll dice in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unheard of.
What? I'm
Rolling
for the
dice?
role play.
What?
My God.
In a tabletop role-playing game? That's silly. Don't be silly. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Oh, that's not that bad. I rolled 2 dice, right?
Yes, you do. 2 whole dice. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Oh, boy. +3 is 9.
Cool. So you look around, there is like it's all the way in the ceiling, so there's always like a camera that's checking out the place. So you do see every single one of the rooms like this that is on the floor. There's usually like one that is always hidden so that someone can keep an eye on the space.
Would I know if it has sound?
It does not have sound.
Okay. I'm just gonna turn my back to it. Just make sure that I'm not being seen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think that maybe the core has been infiltrated.
Theo raises an eyebrow and looks to Ezra, and Ezra looks back at him. Like, yeah, that's what Kat was talking to me about earlier. Like, looks around at everyone. Jack is missing. We're not sure where Jack went. We're not sure if that is infiltration. But I don't think so, just because it seems like they were trying to put information out there that something was wrong, and then maybe they found out really quickly what was wrong and decided to
Why
leave.
wouldn't they come to us then?
I don't know.
They know we're investigating this.
I don't know. It's either they're the cause or they're scared.
Is there a way we can get to them? We have to know what they know.
I don't know. I could try talking to Kat, but Kat's already looking for Jack right now. The only other thing I think of is alternative way of finding a safe place or using a safe house. And it's not meant for other people to know which safe house someone uses. So I don't know.
Yeah, well. If this is true, then the core isn't safe for any of us. Especially you. And I just look at Ezra.
What do you mean? I grew up
what
here.
What do you mean? What do I mean? Yeah. If the core has been infiltrated, there's no telling how many people in here are corrupted or possessed or whatever you want to call it.
I just got here, so...
Except for Cameron. Cameron just got here.
Well, the good news is, if you're talking about dolls, dolls can't make their way into the core because of a force field around it.
I'm not talking about dolls.
Are you talking about, like, looks to Foxtrot real quick? It's just like...
What? What was that? What was that about?
Was what?
Foxtrot is looking at a wall, coincidentally.
Literally not
wall
paying
is
attention.
super interesting.
The wall has, like, the texture on it is fascinating. It's like, nothing. It's just... Are you talking about, like, what, a spy or something? Like...
Yeah, I'm talking about a spy. If that was tampered with, and I point at the table, somebody in here had to have done it. And the other thing too, the footage at the containment center, whoever took out that camera knew where it was. They weren't spotted at all on it.
That's fair. And I guess I just don't want it to be true, but if it quacks like a duck, Cordelia.
It sure ain't a horse.
What?
It sure ain't a horse. If it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it sure ain't a horse. You ain't heard that? Is that just a Texas thing?
It might be a Texas thing. I think
it's a Texas thing.
Oh,
okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Cordelia, did you want to say something?
Mr. Ezra, does the line that was tampered with for the spell, does it seem to be like, is it like a crucial glyph, or like is it just like they scratched something out really haphazardly?
It looks like they re-inked it to do something else. It was meant to be a temporary holding versus a permanent housing. Does that make sense? So it's not meant to last forever. They changed a couple of glyphs around very expertly, actually. So yeah.
Okay, so then it's someone who has some knowledge of magic. It has to be, right?
Mm-hmm. A lot of people in the Corps do. It does help with magic users, but you don't necessarily have to be a magic user to know about that stuff.
Right.
Also, keeper knowledge for you, Cordelia, because you used a luck point last time. And what is your luck special? Did you want to say that?
Whenever I spend a luck point, I find something weird, maybe even useful.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so
why'd you say it like that?
Maybe even useful.
Oh,
so while Ezra is like pointing to the table and kind of gesturing to her to explain things, you also look towards the table. You're in like the back corner where like the computer station is and stuff like that. That kind of leads into it. So you have a different angle on the table. You see one of the legs of the table against the wall or whatever back wall there is. You see red. Like it's not like bright red. It looks like faded, like a darker red. You think it might be blood, but you're not like like you're not ducked down to look at it.
I will duck down to look out.
So you were talking to Ezra. He's like explaining. You're like, oh, ha. And then Ezra's like,
squirrel.
Oh, okay. What is it? And you look. I'm not gonna. This isn't a roll, just because like I'm giving this to you for free. When you do crawl under a little bit, you see a partial smear mark of blood. So it looks like the first two index was like ring finger and pinky finger smeared. Looks like someone was getting up, was already hurt maybe. Probably laying down similar to how Ezra just was, which is like looking at the glyphs under the table. And was wounded or hurt, it seems like. It's a very small amount of blood, but
might it I'm gonna walk over and just like grab like a stray sort of piece of paper.
Okay.
And just like look at it, look at my hand, and like,
don't do this.
So you trying to paper cut yourself? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
What you doing, Cassie?
How much blood would someone lose with a paper cut?
How much blood?
Like on average, I don't know.
Like a droplet?
Like a droplet.
Maybe two?
Depends on how bad the trajectory
is,
really.
Yeah, there can be like bad ones.
Yeah, like it could go deep.
Depends on where it is,
yeah.
too.
Like on the hand. Like fingers.
Ooh.
Just
Fingers.
A lot.
Fingers? Probably not that much.
Not that much, no.
Yeah.
Why?
I guess just like there's some blood down here. And
Everyone like ducks down.
I know. We're all just like diving into the
Everyone
table.
just like roll down. Like Theo, where he's sitting, just literally just looks under, while everybody else is like, "What?"
I need to draw this.
All
of us like Scooby-Doo,
Someone
like-
just Scooby-Doo this picture for me. Foxtrot, are you still staring at that wall?
Yeah, I think that's when they finally turn, once the attention is taking off the I word. Oh, blood. Not necessarily like that, but they are like craning their neck a little bit.
Okay, so cranium. And what are you looking at for the blood? I can describe it a little bit more since this is a free clue. It does not look like a paper cut. It looks like someone got... The best way to put it, because I'm trying to describe this, it's not like an accidental cutting or anything like that. It's like they were... A lot of blood had gotten lost at some point, so it was like a pooling that dotted around. So it's like they were trying to not drip, is the best way to put it. And they might have cleaned up really well, but they just missed this one if they were dripping.
As everyone is looking at this and very intent and like very distracted by this and not looking at me, I would like to try and view another time or place to when this hit the floor.
I don't like it when Ambrose does that.
I love that.
Oh no.
I am so excited, you have no idea. Please roll, please.
Okie dokie. Boise.
Boise? I love that. I'm gonna start saying that.
Boise. That is a 5.
Iris never change.
So what were you doing? Like, what was this? Viewing different time and place.
Yes.
Oh fuck. And it's magic too. I mean,
Yeah.
it's par for the course. You had the right idea, but the wrong execution. So while no one's looking, you describe how you're doing it. Describe how you were planning on doing. Were you gonna like touch it, like focus on it? What?
Lick it.
I think that I did get some on my hand and just sort of like made sure that it was like blood. Is it dried or is it still?
It's dried. It's super
Okay.
dry. Like it's been
Gotcha.
there for a while. You're not entirely sure why, but let's say like more than a week. Definitely.
Gotcha. Yeah. Just sort of like rubbing it like sort of between my fingers. I'm just going to like focus very intently. Like I know that this is here, and obviously something had to be on the other end of it. One, like the person it came from, and two, just the like offending object. And so I'm just like very intently focused on like almost like trying to mimic like how I would expect like it to have like fallen. So like I'm like holding my hand as if it were like pooling with blood and like very focused on that.
Okay, so you're focusing on this blood. Luckily,
Yes.
it doesn't whiplash in a way where everyone knows that you're doing this.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, whoever this blood belongs to, this is not, you realize really quickly, this is not human blood, whatever this is. And this blood is used, like, because there's a lot of different blood usage for different magical creatures, right? But this blood has power behind it, specifically in a way where whoever this belongs to knows when someone's fucking with their blood.
Would I have any idea of if blood like this might be in some cases a substitute for Reaper's breath?
It is not that, no.
Okay.
I will tell you that right now, it is not that.
Okay.
If it were, it would not look like what it does right now.
Okay.
But that was a really good question, though.
Okay.
It really was. So you feel like as soon as you enter magic into this and you're trying to peer, use, I guess, the signature of, hey, you, I want to see what you did. Blood says back, oh, you're looking at me now. And now you feel like someone is targeting you.
That's fun. Can I roll monster empathy and focus on this blood that now knows that I am focused on this blood, and
the layers.
Just sort of like strengthen that connection of I am looking at you and I know that you're now looking at me. So what do you want?
I could make so many jokes right now and I'm not going to. Monster empathy. I'm trying to see if you can do this without them being there. Yes, but at disadvantage. So take 2
Roll
off.
3. Oh, take 2 off? Okay.
Yeah, I did it wrong last time. That's my bad. But yeah, take 2 off.
Okie dokie. That is a... So I have a +3, -2, so that's just a +1, and that is a total of 10.
Awesome. Nice. So, you have 2 questions that you can ask me out of the 3, yes?
Yes. What do they desire most?
I'm trying to I know what the answer is. I'm trying to word it. 2 things: not to be perceived, and now they are. 2, to keep the charade up.
What would distract them?
What would distract them? Ezra. If Ezra was alone.
Okie doke.
Whoa, imposter.
This is my bit. I need to know this. Hold on.
That was my thing. Who's doing it too?
One of us is gonna have to change.
So I will
leave the planet or something.
So, this is happening. I would say Ezra's eyes slowly gravitate towards yours because you're using magic right now. And like gives you like an eye raise. Before, we should like report that, right? Like in terms of, or no, because if there's
we don't know who we can trust.
God damn it. So what, do we not come back to the core? We still have to do dollmaker task force situations. We kind of need to operate like we don't know, and that's the whole point. If there's someone's compromised here, we have to act like.
I mean, that's fine. We can come back here, but we shouldn't stay here.
Okay, and we shouldn't separate either too much.
Yeah. Foxtrot, you're staying with Cameron, aren't you? Yeah? Okay.
Oh, I do have to finish packing Millie's space.
I can help you with that if you want.
Yeah?
I mean, I got some time. I gotta meet Damien in like 3 hours, but yeah.
Oh, I don't want to
No.
Damien.
No, we don't have to. No, we
Y'all
don't.
getting coffee?
No, we're not getting coffee. It's too late for coffee.
You're getting some, some little bevies, some little,
No, I don't know what you're saying. No, what are you saying? No, please don't tell me. Actually, I don't need to know.
Like a drink. I would just.
Oh, is that what that was? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. The way that you said it kind of sounded like my brain was supposed to go in that direction.
Like, hey,
like a beverage.
Can we not? Can we just not?
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I can help you out with that. And drop you off if you want. Anybody else want to stay? Otherwise, I feel like we should maybe call it a day. We got one more thing to check out. You gotta go.
Actually, yeah. I've gotta head out. I've got a thing.
All right, that's fine.
Got a family in town. I gotta,
No,
go
yeah,
see.
I get it. Family's
Yeah.
family. Okay, well, be
They are.
safe. Is Foxtrot going with you or?
No. This is Foxtrot. Though, if you need like a ride, just call an Uber, or something, or like a Lyft, or
Yeah.
I might need an address. I didn't get the place memorized just
I
yet.
will message that to you.
All right.
Okay.
I mean,
Enjoy your family.
Yeah, apologies. It's family stuff.
No,
Or else I'd bring you
understand.
with me, but who
fine.
knows how that would turn out.
I can help make sure Foxtrot gets the location.
Thank you.
Just
Yo,
You're a
volunteer.
real one. Thank you.
If we're not
Well, I gotta go.
separating, I don't want to do this voluntarily, actually, but like,
No, sure, no, it's fine.
Cameron
no,
is like
that's good.
moving towards the door.
Oh,
Okay, no, go, girl. Dang.
Cameron,
It's,
real quick, just before
Huh?
you go, I feel like we're starting to like get to know each other all better. What's everyone's like mother's name?
I don't really want to.
What?
Eve. My mom's name
That's
is Eve.
a interesting question, but her name is Rhiannon.
Okay.
Why are you asking this?
Ezra,
I
what about
asked
you?
my
Like, just
mom's name.
everyone's. I don't know. Like, it's a fun little. Like, you said your family was in town. It was just
You want to know my
on the
mom's
mind. Sure.
name? No.
No.
Why would you even say something? Why would you even?
Cassie, what's going on?
It's fine. Never mind. We don't. I just want to get to know you all better.
And
Oh,
learning
no,
our
totally.
passwords, our
Listen.
social security questions.
I barely know how to operate a telephone.
I'm still saying we should all go to karaoke.
I
We're
agree.
not doing karaoke.
I think we should do karaoke.
No,
I feel like that'd be a
Ezra
good
so
like
time.
not
nods
good at-
knowingly. I think we should do karaoke.
No,
Karaoke.
no, we should not be doing karaoke. Okay,
Be
we gotta
fun.
go. You gotta go.
I do gotta go, though.
Yeah,
Make your
If you're free
choices.
after midnight, let me know. Maybe I can
Midnight?
set something up. Karaoke. Yeah, my parents like to be out late. They're night people. I gotta go. Heads out.
You're night people.
People love the night.
Everyone just watched Cameron leave like that. And just
That was weird.
That was
right?
weird, right?
That
Yeah.
felt weird.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird. I'm pointing at Cassandra Cordelia. I was okay. Yeah. Foxtrot, be safe. I'll see y'all back here in the morning. We gotta check out the storage container.
You want to do that tonight?
No, I got plans. I really can't cancel this time, and I don't want to chance the fact that I might run into any creepy crawlies and that might warrant a trip to the hospital.
That's
so
fair.
yeah. As much as I want to make excuses, I should really man up, as it were. Anyway, Cassie, are you joining us, or are you gonna? Actually,
Sorry.
you might as well. I can.
Yeah.
We'll all go home together.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
I'll stay here, and this is Theo. I'll stay here to get more information about the journal because that seems helpful. Kind of need that at the moment. So when I'm done, I don't mind taking Foxtrot back to the Cameron's apartment.
Cool. All right. Well, y'all be safe. I'll see y'all back here in the morning.
All right. See ya. Cool. And now this party wisely splits up. Cameron, we're gonna follow you a little bit as you kind of shuffle backwards out of the office and close the door. I feel like you would make a mad dash immediately as soon as the door closes, like
fully sprints,
calm, and now
dodging people.
Yeah. As you're doing that, you before you get to the elevator to like start, you're trying to just straight leave the core, right? Is that what the plan is? You get a call. Also, you get a ping on your phone from Marcus, who is supposed to be helping you with stuff. You have a little bit of time to get there. Marcus is also still here. And he messages saying like, hey, in the infirmary, nothing to worry about. I'll be fine. But I'm wrapping up in about 10 minutes if you can wait for me.
And that was a text.
Yes.
Do phones work at this place? Like calling?
Yes, they do. No,
immediately calls.
Oh, okay.
Immediately calls.
What's the first thing you say when he answers?
Are you good?
Hi to you too.
Are you okay?
I think I'm just checking because I'm experiencing some symptoms at the moment that I'm a little concerned about.
You need, like, I can find a ride there. Like, I can call
no.
I don't know if we're allowed to say brands on here. I realized before. A super.
So last minute, Cam. Like, I that's not me. I'm not gonna like this. It's not that big of a deal. I just want to make sure it's not a adult maker situation.
Okay, if you're still sure.
Yeah.
Then that's.
I mean, if
fine.
Did you want to wait in the infirmary with me? Like, they're just checking me out right now.
Oh, sure, I can.
Yeah. But come on down, and if they tell me I'm good, I'm good. And then
Bet hangs up, realizes she didn't ask where the infirmary was. Text, where's the infirmary?
Just laughing, rolling, like ROFL emoji, just like first floor to the right, can't miss it. And as you do go down to the first floor, get off the elevator, there's a very large Red Cross sign right there that's like, that's probably I've never noticed that before, because you never really use the
Apparently you
infirmary
can
that
miss
often.
it.
I never go to the infirmary.
So you head over. The way that it's set up is like different, like cots kind of situation, a lot of medical equipment. Meant for quick patching up. There's others for like long-term stay, but you don't get to see them when you enter. And you see a few people kind of like maybe hurt themselves during like training, or maybe while they're on the job on different cases. So there's not that many people, but you see Marcus's large frame sitting at the end of the bed. There's a medical professional there kind of like looking at his eyes, and like flashlight, a little mini flashlight in the eyes. I'm telling him to open his mouth, looking in his ear, checking his nose, temperature, stuff like that. Looks like blood was already drawn at that time, so like you can see a little band-aid. It is a very kiddish band-aid. You know that he asked for this probably, because why not? Otherwise,
what's it have on it?
I'm trying to
What's
think.
it have on? Dinosaurs.
I'm gonna say Gumball, like the Magical World of Gumball.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
like
okay, yeah.
red, blue, and stuff
That's
like
awesome.
that. And it's just like, oh, blue and bingo. Oh, that would have been cool. But
Precious baby.
so it looks like he's almost done with being checked out. And as you walk up, you can hear the professional saying, like, hey, it doesn't seem like there's any signs of being taken over. It would be kind of obvious if you would have experienced something like that. Are you losing time? And he's like, I lost time yesterday, but like I don't remember what happened, and it seemed a little different, so I don't know. Oh, hey Cam, how you doing?
Hey, do you want a popsicle?
Fuck yeah. Do you have a popsicle?
No, I'm gonna have to get one.
Okay,
On the way.
Yeah.
To see my parents.
To see your parents. I've been meaning to meet them.
Yes.
They sound really sweet.
It's about time you did.
Mm-hmm.
Bestie.
Magical professional. The medical professional's like, what? But yeah. So she was like, all right, you have so far I don't see any signs of that. Usually, like, there might be some changes in the eyes, there might be some blackening of the veins around the neck. We're gonna do a more extensive search of blood because like it might be harder to tell, but you would have remembered something, and it would have been more blocks of time missing besides just one at this point. All right. So take it easy, take care, and the fact that you're able to kind of enter also, or not feel a little weird entering, is also a good sign. So I'll check back in. I'll send you a message, but please take care. I'll call you in about 5 hours once the results come in. And she backs off, has a clipboard, puts the flashlight away, and starts walking towards the next person that does not have the same symptoms.
She'll slide over to the doctor really quick and say, like, hey, what's the protocol for doll shifting? I don't know what y'all call it, but like when they turn, like, do you have like an antidote, or like do you like need to like knock them out, like?
Knock them out, unless you have some magic that helps with incapacitating, and then call someone from the cleaner department to bring them to HQ.
You're gonna be okay, right? You're not gonna like take them out.
No, especially if that's what's going on with Marcus right now. Then it's early. It's not like weeks upon weeks of something like this, so it should be fine. I don't think that's what it is, though. And she looks through her thing. Like, usually it would, so far, anyone that came in was already possessed and weren't able to come in themselves. They would need some assistance, and he's functioning. He's just missing some time. So I have a theory, but it's kind of random.
I like random.
And she looks around. I think that he was mesmerized, maybe?
Like hypnotized, put under like a...
Yeah. I came in with woozy, dizzy. Usually comes with blood loss, but we're gonna check that to see what his blood count levels are. Could have been. He said that he went to, what is it, the Caligo Avenue Night Creatures Lounge at the time, so maybe met a really friendly vampire and just forgot the night. That's all. But he doesn't remember going to. He doesn't remember going to Night Creatures Lounge, but he does remember going to Caligo for something else. Just
interesting. Okay, well, I just want to make sure my buddy's okay. Thanks so much, Doc. I'm off to meet my parents, so I will see you later.
Have fun with meeting your parents, and
thank you. They're nice people.
You both look really sweet together. That's so sweet.
Oh, whoa, we're not nothing like that. No, Marcus and I are just like good friends. We just like see each other around like this area.
So good friends that are meeting your parents?
Yeah, you don't introduce your friends to your parents?
You make it sound like a big deal. That's why, like.
Yeah, they've heard Marcus this, Marcus that. Marcus is such a teddy bear, They wanted to finally, see who the famous Marcus was. So I obliged, parents.
She puts a hand on your shoulder. You don't have to lie to me, dear. It's fine, but it's none of my business. But please, have fun with meeting your parents. I'm gonna, and then like walks off to like the next patient. As that happens. So yeah, you turn around and you see Marcus getting up, kind of like, cracking his shoulder, like just flexing a little bit. And it's like, all right, heading off.
You feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. Well, we're getting a popsicle because it looks like you got a little shotty shot, and every time you get a shot, you have to get a popsicle. That's how this works.
It's by law. I do understand. I am familiar. I'm aware. Yeah.
Good.
Can I get like a SpongeBob one?
Whichever one you want, with like the bubble gum nose.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes. So yeah, quick stop, and then let's head to. I think it's called the Nightingale. I think that's what your manager said.
Yeah, that one. Just maybe don't use your rearview mirror for like a minute.
Wait, sorry. Say that again. I didn't hear you.
Don't use your rear view mirror for like a minute after we get in.
Maybe oh, yeah, no. I got it. Don't worry about it. All right, cool. And unless there's anything else you want to do, y'all head out, brisk walk out the core. You go to Marcus's car. It's like a 30-minute drive. You have like 2 hours, so you have plenty of time. You're gonna be on time to get to your gig. Man, Amber's gonna be so proud of you. Like, oh my god. All right, cool. Next, who should I go with? Oh my god. Foxtrot. You are. I'm assuming. Wait, did Mo, Cordelia, and Ezra leave to go to Millie's dorm? Okay, so let's say y'all left. I'm kind of talking amongst yourselves as y'all leave, and then there's just Theo sitting at the end of the table, looking through books, and Foxtrot, you're still kind of like standing near the table. You were looking at the blood, and now you're standing, and then I'm pretty certain you don't know what to do with yourself anymore.
And what happens is the silence does settle, and I hope Theo is just aware Foxtrot is just standing there.
So you're just standing there. The silence is just very clear. You can like probably hear the three walking down the hallway, get to the elevator. Maybe people are walking around ever so often, and now it's just deathly silent to the point where, yes, you're standing there for a little bit. Theo kind of turns a page of the book he's looking at and then slowly looks up at you. Are you looking at something? Or are you just kind of like staring off into the distance? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, just kind of staring off into space. Teehee.
Oh my god. Oh, we love it. So Theo just kind of stares at you, and you can't really tell because you realize that he's been wearing his shades this entire time, and is looking at you like, "Do you want to help or?"
Oh, sure, I would love to. Why are you wearing shades inside?
Why are you wearing shades inside?
Touche. And for a brief moment, professional player Vinvox forgot the character art. Foxtrot is.
I forgot that I wear shades at night. So like shades all the time. No, I love it. It was great. It's like I had a rough evening. That's all.
That requires. You know, I'm sorry. That's not for me to pry. Neither here nor there. It's very hypocritical. How can I help you, Theo?
Looking into the journal, we're trying to find a way to disable it so that we can find out more about it. I'm almost onto something, but if you want to pick up a book and read through, by all means, unless otherwise, you are free to stand there in a corner if you want to, if that's what you need. If you're disassociating, I'm not going to judge you.
Oh, no, I was just taking things in, I suppose. I guess they go back to the table and just look at the journal. Not necessarily like trying to scry or use magic, but just give it a nice hard look.
The journal, like the Dollmaker's journal in the dome. Is that what you mean? Mm-hmm. You see that it, like, the pages turn ever so often. It seems like it's in standby mode. You are not aware how the journal really works, because I don't think you've learned anything about it. It seems like it's processing. And it seems like the pages turn faster and faster, and if you had to give it a personified emotion right now, it's frustrated.
I have a very interesting request, if you would indulge me, Theo.
I feel like I'm going to regret asking, but sure, what?
Could I perhaps touch the book?
Why?
Curiosity.
He closes the book he's looking at and like turns to you and focuses on you. This book is known for causing corruption to people. I don't feel that's responsible for me to let it out for you to touch it, unless you have a plan. Can you try to explain your plan?
I think, since it is just the two of us, we both understand that I'm different. Not in a malicious way, not in a threatening way, but very much different the way I see that difference in you. I'm highly doubting something bad will happen to me if this book came in contact with me, and if not, you are welcome to kill me.
These are all very big jumps. I'm not going to kill you, and I don't know what you mean by me being different, but...
Your scars are symmetrical. When have scars ever been symmetrical? There's an aura about you that is damning and repulsive and so intriguing that it makes me sick.
I feel like I should be offended.
You shouldn't, it's very poetic.
Sure. I can contain it without the apparatus, so give me a moment. Theo stands up, goes to the table. There's like, kind of similar to Ezra putting his hands on the table to initiate. Theo does the same thing. And instead of it like energy coming from the hands to go into the table, instead it like withdraws and goes towards Theo's hands instead. And those orbs slowly, one by one, starting outer first, release. And as they start to release and it gets to the midway point, that book goes into that processing page turning motion, and then it turns into a cluster of feathers, specifically long, similar to the feathers that you saw, that you sent off to the source, the black feather that you saw. Instead, they're white, tan, lighter color, and they're coiled up. And you can see Theo's jaw tighten at seeing this, but other than that, there's no reaction. And then you see a pulse out of the hands, like electricity a little bit, and it goes back to a book. And stays flat, but it seems like it's temporary. And he says, go ahead.
And they give Theo another hard look. And what they do is, of course, they reach in and touch the book, like they hold it like a normal book. But once they hold it, there seems to be like this grouping at the inner forearm, and these thin, wispy like growths poke out from their arms. So the body is holding the book, but Foxtrot isn't.
Just like, that's sick. Okay, sorry, just, yeah. So Theo like tries not to have their jaw drop, essentially. It's just like, okay. All right, I'm gonna ask questions later. And you're holding it in was it like the tendrils, the wisps?
Yeah, the not the actual the alien, the inhabitant that is Foxtrot isn't holding the book. The body, the corpse is holding the book.
Yes. So like it's okay. So what would you like to do? Is there any particular move you wanted to do?
Let's see. I guess I would like to try the butterfly and the diving bell on the book.
So that's a free move anyway. This book is a master to something else. It is doing the bidding of something much bigger than you. Like you. A parasite, but more. So much more. Instead of one corpse or one body, it takes over living bodies, and it just spreads and it spreads like a virus, and it keeps going and going. And that core, the master of it, sees everything through those eyes, everything that it touches. This is one of those things, and this book's goal is to hurt and spread. that's the only directive it has, whereas it's a bit more free form for something else. But this, it's to hurt and spread and hurt and spread.
And I think what this looks like is those tendrils, these thin, nerve-like attachments just like grow around the book, not necessarily touching it, but just like trying to understand it without even reaching the pages. And what keeps eking out even more is less and less control the body. So the shoulders are going slack and the head is like on one shoulder and the eyes are rolling back. And as quickly as it comes, it just shoots all back in and they drop the book in control of the body again.
Okay.
So I guess the book falls on the table.
As soon as it does, because Theo, though, is completely freaked out and holding it very well, initializes again as quickly as possible. Because it looks like that book might start trying to process and turn into something else and move, maybe, and then it just houses it as quickly. You know what? No, I know what the fuck, actually. You're an extraterrestrial.
Sorry.
Oh my fucking god.
Look, Hi.
Hi.
Look.
Goes back to your file as you're like doing this, is like, so extraterrestrial was what H50 was looking for, and they found it, and I'm assuming you got carried away. And
I just want to say it wasn't me. I don't even know why I'm trying to keep the secret anymore, because Cordelia, Cassie, whatever knows, Ezra knows, might as well just do a little reveal party with like, your depictions of aliens are really rude. I'll talk about that later.
I mean,
very
I am
culturally
not
inappropriate.
responsible for the creation of
No, what are you, by the way? I'm sorry. I didn't
I'm
mean
not
to
gonna tell
like
you
that
that.
was Why not?
Because humans are horrible, and there's a reason
I'm
why.
not who I know that. You should just tell me because I'm not human.
Takes off the shades, and as you see, symmetrical scars, right? That's what you thought they were. But I don't know if Foxtrot has seen a glamour before. I think you've seen different people in the Corps that have turned on and off their glamours before, and you're like, the fuck, you know, and then you're like, oh, this is normal here. So you get the vibe that this is what this is. Usually the scars are there, they're symmetrical, and it looks like the glamour around his eyes are kind of bleeding away, like he can't control it. And instead you see 4 eyes looking back at you. Hazel eyes, 2 underneath the main set, and they're glaring at you.
Those look angry.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be angry with me. That doesn't... Are quadclopses a thing? That doesn't give me, like, a hint.
I'm a Nephilim. I'm part angel.
Gesundheit.
Fuck you. I'm part angel, part human.
I don't know what an angel is.
You don't know what it... Right. Extraterrestrial. Celestial beings? You've read some text here, right?
Yeah, I'm celestial. I'm from the stars.
Okay, that is a different celestial than... So there's 2 different cases. Yes. So there's celestial from space, and then there is...
Is this like vanilla? Like,
Yeah.
I really didn't get vanilla earlier. That was a true blue conversation of mine.
You know what demons are. I told you that before, right?
Yeah.
So that's
So you're like...
from another realm that is infernal, and then there's another realm layered on top of our realm that's celestial, and that's where angels live. Does that help?
I'm gonna say yes, so you don't have to like you don't have to explain it to me. I'll read a book later. Okay. Angels, Nephilimins. That thing is terrifying. I noticed it can control living things. It's like me and not like me, kind of like a multiplier. And I just didn't want to like touch it. So I touched it, but I didn't touch it.
I see. Yes.
Yeah, that was me. That was that. The rest that was
I got
actually
that. I figured. Yes. I put two and two together. You're
great.
You're hijacking a corpse. Foxtrot's corpse.
Hijacking is really rude, actually. I'm
so sorry. What is the
borrowing?
right term?
It's not really borrowing. Well, hijacking just makes it seem like I'm a bad person, and I'm not a bad person. I was initially a researcher. I just wanted to come down, take a couple records, and then go back to wherever the hell I'm from and not have to see this place ever again. But now I'm stuck with the supernatural police, which honestly, jackpot. I never thought I would get this kind of perspective before. I'm learning so many new things. But yes, I'm sorry for deceiving you. I'm sorry for being absolutely fascinated by you as a person and a creature, and you make it really hard not to ignore or resist.
Thanks, I think. Anyway, it's just from across this way. I swear to fucking God. This chat will never not kill me. Theo just shake his head. Anyway, you're not supposed to be here, right?
I know.
The goal was to try to capture you or find out what your directive was, so that you could either be left alone, and I think people assumed you were something else during the time.
Yeah, and I'm truly sorry about that. I know human bodies were so
Squishy.
Gross. Yeah, squishy is the best word for it.
It's you get used to learning what the limit is.
The ins and outs. Yeah. Okay, maybe now that this is out in the open, this is perfect. I can possibly talk not exactly a repentance, but an apology. I can work with you guys in a better capacity now, and maybe I can just round up everybody else, and not everybody. I mean, like the rest of the squadron, and just say, "Hey, this is what's happening. I'm not the invader. There's another invader," which that's not really great, but yeah, just I'm tired of being Foxtrot, which is coincidentally, it's part of my name, like me, but I didn't plan for that to happen.
What's your actual name then?
You wouldn't understand it if I just started sprouting sounds and clicks and radio static symbols. It wouldn't make any sense. But if I translate it, it would be foxtrotting across the stars and constellations. Rough estimate, something about, yeah.
Nice name. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks.
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell Mo about this, and I'm hoping Mo doesn't.
I feel like that should be a conversation between me and Mo, because Mo seems to be the. Well, is she actually adopting these adult humans?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a little creepy to be calling grown, non-milk drinking, fully developed bodies kids.
She has grown to care for everybody here.
She has child issues, is what it sounds like.
We're not going to talk about that.
Sounds like we should talk about it.
No, we're not. Anyway, so journal. It is a type of parasite. Yes, it is of the doll maker. And we're trying to find a way to fully disable it for long periods of time so that we can learn about it, because there are things scribbled on the pages that might be helpful.
Maybe I could go back to holding it, because it didn't necessarily react to a corpse holding it.
Oh, definitely not. There's nothing to latch on to.
Exactly. Perfect. I could just be a book stand if that's what it comes down to.
I'm not sure how long that would work for.
I mean, it worked long enough. I mean, I don't know who could touch I don't know what happens if I would touch it because I'm not necessarily. I don't know how well I don't want to know what happens if it fucked with me.
It would try to corrupt you, but I don't know how it would work with your physicality in any capacity.
Yeah, because I'm just a bundle of
nerves. Goo.
It's complicated. Okay. I'm not necessarily more of a concept than an actual thing, and it just happened to be. Anyway, yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, book. Yeah, yes. I can just hold it.
All right. We'll give it a try for longer, and we'll see what happens. And then you see Theo put his hand down again, and you get to.
They hold it out to shake first.
Why?
Because we never really met, you know. Hi.
Right. My name's not Theo. It's Zenithiel, by the way.
That's so cool.
Genuine smile across their face as they shake, put their hands down on the table, and do the same thing as they did before. And we're going to transition. We'll come back to that. To Mo, Cordelia, and Ezra. Mo, you feel like a shiver go up your spine. You feel like someone made fun of you, but you know.
Yeah, I sneeze.
You sneeze. You good? You're not coming down with a cold, are you?
No. You know, somebody must be talking about me behind my back.
I can't what are we talking about? I can't imagine who would ever want to do that to you, Mo.
I mean, that's kind of our thing around here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good old S12. Well, black sheep of core.
To be fair, I did want to talk to you later when we get back to the apartment about something, but
yeah,
because you've been saying there's something wrong with me, and there is. I just don't know how
I didn't want to say wrong. Wrong is like a strong word.
There is something wrong with me, Mo.
Okay. If you want to talk, I'm gonna listen to you. I always listen. You know that.
I know. But until then, Millie's dorm is almost done. A few more boxes, and then we're.
Yeah. Let's try to hurry that up in the next, like, say, 20-ish minutes or so.
So I can drop y'all as you're walking down, because you're on the housing floor now. You're walking down. And you're having that talk, and Ezra seems to stop walking. You were like having that conversation. You're like, oh yeah, like it sounded like Ezra stopped in the middle of a sentence. And
I stop and turn and look at him.
He looks like he's frozen for a moment, kind of like disassociating a little bit.
I look at Cordelia. What's up with that? You okay? Ezra.
Ez?
Sorry, what were we talking about?
We were talking about how you need to talk.
Yeah.
And also talking about
Wait, stop. What was the last thing you remember?
Oh, we were talking about cleaning up Millie's dorm. Right? That's it, right?
We need to get you out of here, actually.
What?
Actually, you know what? No, we're not even going back for that.
No, we have
Let's
to.
go now. No. Ezra, turn around.
Wait, it's yeah,
turn
we
around.
need.
We gotta go.
Okay.
Also, sorry, Mo.
It must be really serious if I can't finish packing my cousin's dorm. It'll only take like 30 minutes, though. Okay. All right. I'll tell Foxtrot later. Or they can have access to the room already if they need to.
I mean, regardless, I wouldn't want them staying here anyway. It can wait. Okay?
Did something
I got something to tell you about Millie, too, so.
Oh, Okay.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Now. I should have texted Theo, by the way.
What do you send to Theo?
Ezra just lost time. We're leaving. We're going now. We're going home, basically.
Theo sends back, like, this is probably a little bit after the conversation, but, like, losing time?
I kind of just, like, I'll just be like, I'll tell you later, because I don't want to freak Ezra out, and I do not want to talk about this while we were in the core itself.
So, you head back to the elevator. Cordelia, you do notice something's off about Ezra visually. It's not anything wrong with his physical. Like, it still looks like Ezra. Nothing changes, like the white hair. If anything, the white hair over his ear looks like it's slowly, you didn't notice it, but it's slowly turning black again over his ear. Which is the opposite of something to be concerned about. You're like, oh, that's good. I don't know when that happened, but, But the best way to put it, this feeling you're getting, you know how, like, when someone, like, trims their eyebrows or, like, it greatly changes their face kind of situation. Whether it's, like, you shave the eyebrows off entirely, which has happened. I've seen that, and people just stare. There's something different about you. I don't know what it is. Oh, you shaved your eyebrows. It's that feeling. Something is different about Ezra visually, and you cannot put your finger on it.
Can I just sort of focus on Ezra's eyes?
Yes. What do you want to notice about the eyes?
Just any differentiation in color?
There's a differentiating color. Like, obviously one of the eyes is already graying. The other one looks like it has, like, that partial heterochromia starting to start turning gray. Instead of it being getting lighter in terms of brown, lighter brown, this one's like, no, it seems kind of intrusive is the best way to put it, where it's like taking over a section of his eye with gray. But that's not what that is. Is the best way to put that.
This has been a weird fucking day. She's past the point of, like, almost like the boundary of, like, physicality at the moment, and so she's just going to, like, walk up and like one thumb under the eye with, like, the intrusive heterochromia, and just sort of, like, look very intently, very close.
What? Like, it puts hands on your wrist. Like, what is it?
And she's just gonna cast, or, like, try to use Spirit Touched.
Oh, wow, okay. I haven't seen that one a little bit. Oh.
Yeah.
Spirit Touch, did you want to read it for me?
Yes. Your experiences have made you sensitive to the supernatural. When you sense magical things, roll plus weird. On a 10+, you can sense them fully. On a 7 to 9, choose either sense them fully, but they notice you too, or you sense only impressions.
Okay, well, he very much notices you two already, that you're getting ready to do something, so it's fine. But show me what you're gonna do. Tell me what you're gonna do.
I am just, like, focusing in on the, like, that, like, pinpoint of, like, intrusion, just like that, whatever is, like, trying to figure out what is changing, seeing, like, obviously I know that he's veiled, but I don't know exactly, like, which way he's teetering, and, like, trying to figure out, like, where all of his levels of everything stand. Okay. Just trying to, like, Lilo and Stitch, like, this is your, like, magic meter.
Oh my god. Roll weird. Tell me what you got.
6.
Oh.
All you sense, because, like, you're trying to, like, specifically, luckily this isn't, like, use magic, like, not in the regard of the actual basic move where bad things happen when you fail. All you can sense, you can't pinpoint that information of what's happening in terms of veil and stance at the moment. But what you do know, and what you get the vibe of, is something very important left. Like, something left Ezra at that moment. It's still around. It's not right where you are right now. You're not sure what that is.
Do I see you using magic?
Right now, it just looks like gripping Ezra's head, and Ezra's just like looking down at you, wide-eyed, like, hi, Corey.
So I just leveled.
Oh, awesome. Do you know what you want, or you want to hold on?
I would like to replace a move with Tune In.
Okay.
And part of Ezra left.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to try and use Tune In to see. The wording is kind of different, but where is the creature right now? And so I guess where's that essence right now, or like where it's going?
That's a very great question. So
I was just breaking the game.
I love when y'all break the game. It's so much fun for me. So what ends up happening? Do you have to roll for this? Or this just happens?
Yeah, no, it's roll plus weird.
Do it again, and let's hope you don't fail.
That's a 7. Hold
Better.
1.
You hold 1. So where is it going, or where did it go? Is that what
yes, Kaneja.
God damn it, Iris. I was like, what the fuck did you just say? Bless. It moved really fast towards the elevator, and then down, and then it went to the front door, and it looks like it's going towards wherever Cameron's going.
How high off the ground is it?
Oh,
It's on
what
the
kind
ground.
of vision?
It's on the ground.
God damn it. I look down and see if there's any light hitting Ezra, and look for a shadow.
You do not have to roll for that, because there is light in this, like basic lighting. You see your shadow just fine. You see Mo's shadow just fine. Ezra does not have a shadow.
oh fuck.
Sorry, and like I'll step back and
thank you for touching my face. This is hardly the place. Mo's right there.
Yeah, I'm not. This is none of my business. I do feel like we should do this outside the door. Y'all good?
Yeah, I think.
yes.
Okay. Heading out. Where are we going? You have somewhere to be. You have to get coffee. I'm sorry, no, drinks.
It's not coffee.
You need to get a little drinky drink, right?
Okay, children. I am going to drive y'all home first, and then yes, I'm gonna go see Damien.
All right.
Thank you, mom/person who is a fraction of my age.
You're welcome, child/person who is so many more times my age.
I'm gonna starts walking towards the elevator. And y'all start going in that direction. And with that, we're gonna take a break. See y'all in a bit. Hello, everyone. Before we return to Arcane Core Blackout, we would like to thank our sponsor for this episode, Evil Hat Productions. Also, as a thank you to all who are watching today, Other Studios and Evil Hat would like to present discount codes for Monster of the Week hardcover edition or Tome of Mysteries, a Monster of the Week supplement. Use code ARCANE20, that's ARCANE20, on checkout at evilhat.com when purchasing one of these items for 20% off of your purchase. Seriously, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Now, back to Blackout. And we're back. Man, a lot was revealed. A lot of good stuff, terrifying stuff, amazing stuff happened. And I think this cast is really rocking it, as well as breaking me as often as possible. They found a way each and every time to do it, new ways. So much so I believe that you should probably tip them. I think they deserve some, a little extra something, you know what I mean? So if you would like to, you can go to pally.gg/ Other Side of Studios, I think. Oh no, /tip/Other Side of Studios. We would appreciate it. Or you can type tip in the chat to get that information as well. Be greatly appreciated. And I think they deserve the tip because they have constantly blown me away. So we pick back up. Cameron, you are headed to the concert. You're pretty early. You're about 30 minutes away. Puts you at about an hour and a half before you need to be there and get prepped. What are you doing? Are you in the back seat, like tumbling, shouting that shit? Your stuff is
Full
back
on,
there.
like Princess Diaries, like falling over and shit. But yeah, changing clothes, demands they go stop by some gas station and get a popsicle. Do gas stations have popsicles?
I think they do. Yeah, I think they do. Yeah.
Cool. Going by a gas station to get a popsicle for Marcus and for themselves.
The good boy deserves some.
For moral support. If I have a popsicle, I can support you properly. Yeah, and then I think that she's like, "Oh, I can't go in. Can you go get the popsicles? Here's money." And as because this is Marcus's car, right?
Yeah.
As he steps out, like, I don't know if this is gonna help anything, but can I like search the car a little bit?
You want to what?
Search the car a little bit, see if there's anything.
Okay, yeah. Search the car.
Any evidence as to what may have happened within the time that Marcus was like, would it be
so I would say when you're like, here's money, you know what, while you're doing that, I might get dressed, look for some stuff in the back seat, like give me some, personal time. And Marcus thinks nothing of it. He's like, yeah, totally. We'll see what kind of popsicles they have. You hand that to him, steps out. Probably like might have already filled up the gas like there as well as like, yeah, well, I also get a popsicle and probably pay for the gas at the station itself. So you got some time to figure out what's going on. So did you want to investigate a mystery or do you have a move maybe? I'm wondering if you do.
I don't have a move. I would like to investigate a mystery. Well, kind of, because I can use charm instead of sharp on investigate a mystery. So okay. I would like to do that.
Okay, do that.
Yeah, a second. Oh, we're gonna use my special die because I want things to go good. Oh, wait, no, really? That's a 12. Yeah, no, yeah, that's sorry. I have these like constellation dice. So I actually have to like count.
Lamau? Wait, I love those actually.
Mm-hmm. They're neat. Yeah, I got them from like a Kickstarter.
Oh, those are nice.
I will look it up. But yeah.
Please do. I want those.
I shall.
Investigate a mystery, I'm assuming. And you got a 12. So you can either give me flexible alternative, which you can ask me 2 basic questions, 1 very specific question, or if you want to use any of the questions on the investigative mystery sheet, you can do that as well.
I would like to do kind of like the closest to it is like what happened here. kind of like, did something happen here, I guess, or because I'm trying to see, like, even if something didn't happen here, could there be, like, I guess I'm trying to figure out how to see if there's like some evidence of something else having happened if it didn't happen in the car. I don't know if it would.
Yes, I think so. Also, your hunter eye kind of picks up on this as well. So, like, you're in the back seat. Is that what's happening? Because you're getting ready to like, get ready. Or you're in the passenger seat.
Yeah, backseat.
Okay, so yeah, so you kind of like lean over to like it's one of those where like it's kind of separated. It's probably like a Volkswagen. I don't know why this is what what he drives.
Yes.
But it's one of those where it's not down the middle. It's like you have to lean over and like you're kind of like shuffling through. You notice kind of immediately that there are signs of struggle in the front seat. Very much like it looks like someone cleared it up, but there had been. It looks like whoever was in the driver's seat got attacked by somebody. They fought back pretty well, but then they relented. So what you're seeing is kind of like there is, so whatever was hanging, because I think he probably has something tchotchke hanging over like the rear view, like dice or something that's really stupid that everyone has, like you see in those movies. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do that shit. This is an older car. I'm gonna like really sell it, right? So like dice, air freshener, whatever, just hanging on that. Maybe beads or something. Those beads got broken. The dice are ripped as well in terms of like the string that it's on. And it looks like stuff fell that might have been on the passenger side down into the front part of the car, where the feet are. And there's like a scratch or scratches on the passenger side, right where the door handle is. They're not so bad that it's getting to a point of like, oh shit, like something really bad happened. It looks like it could have been worse, but whatever happened fast.
Can I, from those scratches, sort of like detect what sort of creature is it that may have made those scratches or participated in said struggle?
Yes. I'm trying to figure it out. So, I feel like you've hunted different creatures of the night before. So I would say that, you know what Marcus's claw marks look like? As a werewolf, because he's a werewolf. Those are wider and bigger usually. Like he's already like a big guy, but when he's like in full werewolf form, those things like get double in size. So if he were to do the scratches, it would be obvious. This is something that has human-like hands that turn into claws. So it's about the size of a normal human hand, probably feminine. Probably either a devil, a demon, or a vampire was in the passenger seat.
Well, those are my two questions.
I think those are your two questions, I think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can give you anything else. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think from that, she's going to wait until, actually, no, I'm gonna hold off on that. So yeah, she's gonna kind of go, noted, interesting. Kind of quietly seeing how worried she should be. And she didn't express it, but she was a little suspicious of the doctor before. She was like, I don't know if I believe you.
I will.
But she approached it in like a very like chill, like, oh, like, what do you do? Like, if this like wild thing happened.
I will give this to you. If it helps. The doctor said like, oh, it looks like mesmerizing of some sort. But the doctor thought, oh, like he's a young guy. He probably went out and had fun last night. It's been rough for everybody. So that's where the doctor is coming from.
Okay.
Based off of you finding like scratches that might be 3 things, I think all of them have some level of mesmerizing ability to do
Okay.
like, so that's why I'm like, I'm connecting dots of something probably happened in here that led to what Marcus was worried about. And that's why he was getting checked out.
Okay. She's gonna wait until Marcus comes back to the car.
So you see Marcus all the way, like just crouched down out of the door of this gas station.
He's so tall.
He's so goddamn tall.
So
and
tall.
has, and it just like just
Yes.
the juxtaposition of just has like a SpongeBob popsicle already like pulled, like opened and pulled down, and has already popped it in his mouth, and is like fishing
Bless.
for his keys as he's walking down, walking back, and then gets into the front seat and looks back at you. You didn't get dressed yet. Did you get distracted?
Oh, I got distracted. Yeah, no, I was texting
Amber?
what's her name?
Amber?
I was texting Amber, just really quick, letting her know I'm gonna be early.
Yeah. She'd be happy. She'd be really happy.
She's gonna be shook.
So let's get going then.
Yeah, how you feeling? You feeling all right with everything
Really-
going on? What made you go in the first place?
Go in what?
Like to the doctor?
Oh,
Where I found you? The infirmary?
Like, everyone got assigned yesterday and stuff like that, and we did our thing. Like, I hunted dolls yesterday, so like that's what my main job was. We were able to get a few, get back, and I just don't remember getting home. And that sounds like a symptom of becoming a doll, so I wanted to check it out, and I just felt really tired, really drained, so I don't know.
Okay. Was there any like other physical evidence of anything that went on that was weird?
And he like looks at his car. It looks like I like thrashed around a little bit, but
Oh, you did? Oh, wow. So nothing like on you though.
no, not that I know. It's nothing really. I don't think anything was missing.
Well, that's good. We need you in one piece, Marcus.
I appreciate you being concerned about me, Kat, but I'm okay. I promise.
All right. If at any point you're not okay, you let me know because you can go home. I can take care of myself.
Hey, listen, I'm your roadie. That's what my job is. Okay, let me do my job. Let me get you from point A to point B.
I'm fine.
Thank you.
Lead the way, chauffeur.
Takes like another like slow like bite, not like a full bite, not through like teeth or anything like that, but like the closed lip mouth, like
so I was gonna say bite. Cameron fully bites her popsicle like
no, like slow bites, so like with his lips, so that he's not like teeth biting through the popsicle.
Oh no, she fully bites it with her teeth.
Oh my god. Yeah. He just looks at you like the fuck. Like, I didn't know that about you. You find out a lot about people and how they eat ice cream. And then turns on, revs up the engine, and drives a little bit further, not that far, and pulls into the back. I would say that, do you get dressed in the back? You do have plenty of time.
Yeah, would probably get dressed on the way there, so by the time she arrives, she's like fully dressed up. Right. Looks like a description, I suppose.
You want to describe?
Yeah. So a bit like this, but probably a lot more ornate. She puts on this like long red wig, like this like dark burgundy color, very much like this one, has like dark eye makeup, like big black wings, black lipstick, choker, black nails, like with I think she put on like fake nails somehow during that time. But just like these long, like fake black nails, and is wearing a corset with a little flare skirt, like low ruffly flared skirt, with like these like shit kicker boots, just these giant ass boots with giant heels. And I think she also has this like little lace mask basically but it's this like piece of lace that goes around her eyes so you can't see her eyes, because clearly that means you can't tell who the person is, because this is Superman rules.
Totally. Yeah.
Or sorry, Superman. What Superman doesn't have a mask. Batman
rules.
Batman. That one.
Yeah. By the time that you get to St. Mark's Place, essentially, I would say, do you park in the open or do you park like somewhere and then like use back entrance, or do you like
probably taking a back entrance?
Okay, so I would say that Marcus knows this, and takes and parks back entrances of all these establishments that are in St. Mark's Place. Like, they're all kind of giving brownstone vibes, but they're set up for merchandise shops, several tiered kind of situation, and parks on the back of it. So kind of like there's an alley behind two different blocks that go behind both businesses on either side, is the best way to put it. Parks there. Already finished a popsicle by the time that he parks, gets out, and opens the door for you to get out. And you have, I'm assuming, heels? Did I miss that? You got
those
heels.
thick boots.
Yeah. So opens it, like leaves a hand out just in case, because like I feel like you're klutzy. Like in moments like this, the transition to Polly Pocket. So like learn to like give a hand out just in case you need that assistance.
Does, but takes it like fully like princess style, has this entire demeanor change where she stands much straighter, like moves very like kind of slowly, with like no rush or anything, and like kind of like brings this like elegance sort of to her demeanor, as she like takes Marcus's hand and is like, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, Polly Pocket. Closes the door behind you. And he's like, I'll get your stuff in there. You can go ahead. It'll just be a minute.
You're the best, Marcus. I'll see you later.
I know I am. And then goes to the like jogs over to the trunk, pops it, and then like gets your equipment ready. And you start walking down the alley. What time is it? It's like 4, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. So it's still it's darker because it's still raining, but it's not like downpouring. I feel like you have a parasol. I feel that's on brand.
I could totally see that. Would have like a little like black, like goth looking parasol.
Yeah. So like,
fully. Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, so scratch that. How's the handout for you as well as the parasol for you? So for you to take a part of that. Makes a whole thing about it and then goes back to get your equipment.
All about the show.
Not full downpour, but like that lull between like, oh, there's a quiet, there might be a light drizzle going on. As you step down the alley, it's not that far, maybe like a block and a half. But no one's gonna be that nosy unless like someone's just like smoking out of a back window or something like that. While you walk down this alley, can you roll sharp for me?
I can. It's 8 because my sharp is -1. Yeah, 8.
All right. As you get to like the halfway point, so like you're just one more block away and it's halfway through the block, you feel like you're being followed or watched at the moment. You look around real quick and you expect maybe it's Marcus getting ready to follow you or something like that. But block to block, because it's like you can still see him. He's still like gathering stuff. He's not like paying attention to you.
I don't see anyone.
The alley seems a little darker than normal, but
can I read a bad situation?
Totally, you totally can.
I would also like to use Highway to Hell if I can.
Highway to Hell. Did you want to read it?
Yeah, so it says like any good performer, you have an eye for detail. When you read a bad situation, you can take a moment to take in extra information. take +1 hold on any result of 7 or more, plus you can detect the influence of invisible things. On a miss, you may still get 1 hold, but one of the things you notice now has your full attention.
I like this one. I like this move so much. Go for it. Read a bad situation for me.
Let's go. Okay. So that's, what is that?
That's sharp. I think read a bad situation.
Okay, so that's going to be 6.
So you still
I
hold
had
one.
exactly 7 too.
That's exactly what I wanted to happen, to be really honest, just because I was like, oh, I really like it, the option of failing, but I can't be that lucky. I am. All right, so read a bad situation. You still hold 1. So what question did you want to ask from there?
I do. I level up though.
Oh, sweet. Yay. All the levels. Look at all the levels.
Sorry, so what do I see? Sorry.
We have 1 hold for a read a bad situation question. You have a list of questions for your read a bad situation. Did you want me to read them, or do you
I
look
can
through?
look at them.
Yeah.
It's kind of between a few. I guess. Which one do we want to ask? I'll do. What's the biggest threat?
Okay. In the moment, the biggest threat that you see, or at least you feel like it's a threat, is in the shadow of this alley that you're getting ready to exit out of to get to the next alley. The shadows seem a bit darker than normal, but it's dark outside. Like there's cloud coverage. But then as you like step out of those shadows to get to like the sidewalk part, the crosswalk, if you will, and you look back, there's like a spot of shadow that looks even darker than everything else. I mean, it's tall and looming because it's going up the side of a building.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at it and then you just keep looking up and up at it because you're wondering how tall this is getting, because it could be like a part of the building maybe. And then you see eyes. You see 2 white eyes staring back at you. And it's at this point you're looking all the way up to like the 2nd floor window of someone's house, if I'm talking about a height level situation. Staring at you.
So it's just super tall, dark blob, white eyes.
Mm-hmm. There's like a loose form of a person, I guess, but it's so lanky looking because of the height that like clearly you might think, oh, it's just a really weird shadow, but no one's attached to that shadow, so
And are the eyes looking at me?
Yes. If you could tell, it's not like like how eyes look. It's just like white orbs is the best way to put it, looking in your direction.
Do I
so
feel like it's looking at me?
Yes, it looks like it's looking. If you're going based off of the feeling that you got, then it's looking at you.
That's where it's coming from. I think in that case, not wanting to be one to raise a stink, sort of I think her face kind of like hardens as she looks at it in a you can try to mess with me, but you're gonna regret it sort of way. And then she'll kind of like lower her parasol so it like covers her face and turn and keep walking towards the building.
When you did that, like, just made the look, I kind of shrank back a little bit, kind of like that was not what its intention was, is the best way to put it.
In that case, she probably stopped. She wouldn't walk towards the building then.
The best way to put it, it's giving off like a, I don't know, I'm not gonna say a kid vibe. Like it's very much like, oh shit, I got seen. That's not what I meant, kind of situation. But it's terrifying as shit. So like, it's kind of messing with your read a little bit. So
if it shrinks back, how far from Marcus am I?
You're not that far. Like you can run past this thing to get back to Marcus if you wanted to.
I think she's gonna try to walk up to it and look at it a little closer. A little bit, just maybe do a little step.
Okay. All
Get a
right.
little peek.
You slowly walk towards it. And it stands its ground. It doesn't shrink back anymore. It doesn't get bigger either. But you see those eyes kind of following you. And then you see that shadow kind of start getting smaller as you're walking towards it. Kind of similar to like when you do see like a shadow that's matching you. It's doing the same thing to you. So it's matching not your height, but it is matching a height of a normal person is the best way to put it. A tall person.
Okay.
Someone's like 6'2", 6'3", maybe.
I think she keeps like a good like distance from it, maybe like 12 feet maybe. And she says, "What are you?"
Cameron?
You're Cameron.
No, you're Cameron. Right?
I am. Who's asking?
I don't know.
You don't know who you are?
Not yet.
So you're new.
Yes.
Interesting. How do you know my name?
I don't know. Where I came from? Knows. Polly Pocket, right?
To some.
Millie might be there.
Millie might be where?
Polly Pocket.
Is this giving me bird vibes? No? Okay. I was wondering if the bird like became a sentient being. It's freaking terrifying. It's like, I'm terrified. I should never talk to that bird.
Hey. It was great for me. But yeah.
I think she'll say, "So you're new, but we haven't met before?"
I don't think so.
Are you here to hurt me?
Never.
Are you here to hurt anyone?
Can't say.
Can't say because you're not allowed, or can't say because you don't know yet?
I don't know yet. I'm waiting.
For?
Order.
From who?
Actually can't say.
Not allowed to say.
Not allowed to say.
Well, tell whoever it is that if they fuck with my show, they're gonna have to fuck with me. I'm off the clock from spooky shit right now, so I'm going to go inside and finish my show. Will you be here when I'm done?
I will be there. I will not fuck up your show.
Great. I hope you enjoy it. I'm dropping a new song. And locks off. Just leaves.
And as you walk, you probably miss it, essentially. It slinks down like a shadow would into the ground. It goes somewhere, but you're focused on getting to where you need to go. And you handled it wonderfully. You cross the street, you get to the back entrance of where you think that this place is. It looks about right. The place that you know and that you looked up the other day is called the Nightingale. It gives off that nice goth vibe. It matches your energy just perfectly as you enter. the back way. So, back way, mostly staff, people that are prepping any small plate foods, anyone getting any liquor from the back, like backups for the front, and stuff like that. There's like a Amber had probably told you how to enter, where to go, so that like no one like catches you or bothers you, essentially. And you enter. Further in, there is a hallway that is where you believe the green room is. Um, and as you do enter, you do kind of hear like the hulking, clumsy knocking of equipment behind you after you enter into the hallway. It's just going to take a little bit of time for Marcus to get all the stuff in, but he's going to be careful with it because if he's going to try to rush, he is going to knock something over and he doesn't want to do that. But yeah, you walk down the green room and then you see, you're used to this by now. You see a room. It's probably where all performers go. And it's partially open and you can hear voices inside. One of them sounds familiar, one sounds like Amber and her weird Valley Girl way of talking, is in there. And then there's someone else, feminine voice, sultry tone.
I don't recognize it.
No.
Okay. And this is like the green room, you said?
Mm-hmm.
She'll sort of knock and then poke her head in. Amber.
You see Amber there. Amber has, let me see if I like wrote Amber's appearance because we haven't looked at Amber. We don't know what Amber looks like. I got it. So has really, really tight curly hair. That like kind of comes down to, it's like brown hair with blonde highlights, lowlights kind of situation. Perfect, like type of person that's just like perfectly dressed to the nines for everything, looking professional in terms of manager status, right? Warm brown eyes, makeup on point, has suit, like was it like a dress suit, right? Like a kind of situation, business suit. Don't like always pairs the right colors together, just pop in. When she walks, heels are clicking, eyes are on her. She demands attention and knows how to work her room is the vibe. But that's not what she's known for. She's known as managing talent is what she's known for. And she's talking to somebody that is a little taller than her by like a few inches, which is saying something because she's wearing heels. This person is tall, curvy, fair-skinned, with red lips, blonde hair, slicked back, woman. Has dark eyes that look brown, that you can tell. Has a very infectious grin that she had on while turning to you. Has stiletto claw hands, black. Is dressed very similar to like your vibe in terms of Polly Pocket, so like alt look. And she grins at you as Amber turns to you and also smiles in a like a very you're here kind of thing. And Amber's like, oh my god, Polly Pocket, welcome. Oh my god, you're early. I'm so proud of you. We have no idea.
What can I say? I'm a professional.
Right. Anyway, I wanted to introduce you.
That's so good.
So, now that you're here early, you can set up, you can take all the time you need to like just relax before the show. They're getting the stage ready. If you want to take a look and do sound check about 30 minutes before, everything's going to be great. But before we do that, I want you to introduce you to the owner of the place. Mrs. Smith, I believe. No first name. She's very secretive about that sort of information,
We all love our secrets. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Smith.
She smiles very wide at you and reaches out a stiletto finger-tipped hand there. It's like, nice to meet you. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, really nice video you have here. Everyone was super, professional, helpful, getting me in
Accommodating.
here,
Yeah,
accommodating. Very much so.
that's what we deal in. It's what we are set up for, as well as talents such as yourself. I have listened to, I think, your entire album catalog, as well as your TikToks. Fascinating
Oh,
stuff. We are a fan here.
thank you
Yeah.
so much.
If there's anything you need, please let me know, dear.
Of course. Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure that you've got everything set up, but I will definitely let you know.
Still, this is your show. We want to make sure that it runs smoothly. And if everything goes well, we would love to have a continued partnership with you for further gigs in the future. Any
Oh my
releases you
gosh,
do,
yeah.
yes. First, we want to be the first one to like let everybody know when an album's released. This could be like
Yeah.
your stomping ground officially if you would want to.
Let's talk after. That sounds like a pretty sweet deal.
I bet it does. And she smiles very big at that.
She like copies the smile
Mm-hmm.
like to a T.
So as that you shake hands, Marcus enters clumsily, like has like stuff like across his chest, under his arms, interrupts the mood entirely.
Good.
And he's like, yeah, hey, sorry, I'm a big guy. I'm sorry. I got stuff for setting up, and looks at Mrs. Smith, and Mrs. Smith looks at him, and he just looks very angry for like a split second looking at her, like he smelled something foul, and then immediately wipes it away like, right, stage, right? She nods. Yeah, stage is that way. My staff will be able to direct you just fine. Cool. See you up there, Polly. And then sets it up.
Thanks so much.
The door closes. She's like, well, if that's all, I have to get back to the front. But if there's anything else, please feel free to reach out to me.
I definitely will. Thank you.
Takes out a card and gives it to you personally, really quick, like. And it just says R in the front. Like that's it. Just perfectly, like with that like stamp print in the middle of it. There is a phone number in the back of it. It's very clean red text.
Mysterious. I like it.
That's how I do. We'll talk later. She winks and walks out. And Amber's like, oh, I love a woman that knows what she wants. Oh my God. I can't wait to have further business with her. She's. Anyway, I'm so glad that you made it early, dear. I am so proud. You have no idea. But while it's happening. God damn it. Breaking me again. But if there's, I'll be in the back. I'm gonna make sure everything's like taken care of, any contract signed or anything like that. Don't you worry. But if there's anything Marcus can do, help with, we're here. But it seems like everything's gonna go off without a hitch. And it seems like people are starting to fill in already to get early seats. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, ever since Mrs. Smith left, like she completely like
Yeah,
smile drops, like
I'm done.
leans back, like flops down in a chair.
That's
Legs
the
probably like spread.
yeah, that's the cam. I know. Anyway,
And you love me.
of course.
Even more because I was, here on time. So we should stay in New York a few more days. Maybe like, party a little bit. To know the city.
Right.
I never get to stay.
I know you don't. We'll see how it goes after the show, all right? So far, you're staying here.
I know. I want to stay longer.
All right. Kisses. Love you. I'm gonna do my job. Bye. And goes through the door. And you're left to your own devices in the room as you're prepping for your concert. Now, we're gonna transition over to Foxtrot. Theo. You forgot? You're like, what? So y'all, we're gonna come back to the same setup as before. Your body is kind of deflating a little bit as you spill out. You're not touching the book. Theo is like extra concentrated on making sure that if something goes wrong, immediately the book gets closed, and then, if need be, send you to the infirmary or somewhere, maybe even cleanse you themselves because they might have that capability. You are trying to figure out or slow down the page turning or disable the book in some way to see if you can get some information. You're rolling weird. Yes?
Yes.
All right, go for it.
Oh, God, it burns. That's a 12.
Yeah, baby. All right. So I'm trying to see what you're doing because it could be. Describe how you're gonna paralyze this thing because it's giving off an organic vibe for it being a goddamn book. So perhaps you can do something with it.
Okay, I think it's gonna take a sort of sea anemone type approach. Very meticulous pricks and pulls that are quick and not necessarily stinging, but they are like attacks in a way, just blap, blap, prodding, like not long enough to have force, but not long enough for contact. Just these little bitty tendril bits are just almost toying with the pages while these frozen hands hold it.
I would say that like while you're poking it and prodding it, like just very calculatingly, it tries to do the same back to you, but it doesn't seem to work.
I slap it just
like
once.
exactly. Like, well, you're just like, stop that. So it seems like you're having like a mini slap battle. It's not like as like humans do. It's very much like, oh, it looks like you good, they good. It seems like that everything's fine, but Theo's keeping an eye out essentially to make sure like you're not nicked or cut, and it seems like it's not working. Nothing is like slicing through or infiltrating, I guess is the best way to put it. So you're trying to kind of paralyze it. I would say since you got a 12, I'm assuming this, we're gonna say use magic
Yeah.
here. So let's say, I guess, do one thing that's beyond humanly possible, because that's exactly what the fuck this is. And the spine shivers, and then it just falls flat open, and it stops moving. There is some minor movement, like it's kind of like, oh, I'm paralyzed essentially, like I'm gonna kind of try to get out of the situation I'm in, but I'm just witnessing what's happening kind of thing is what the book is going through right now. So I would say, just because you rolled so well, you might have about 15 minutes before it starts moving again.
I think an extra like thing just comes out of the mouth and gestures for Theo like to come closer.
Could you please stop? Like, okay. Walks over, is over, but like tentatively takes their hands off the table, and slowly starts peeling the pages back and going through. It looks like, what you can tell, he starts from the beginning of the page and kind of skims through, and you're watching. What you can tell, both of you, is it at the very beginning of it, it looks like a ledger. It looks like someone that makes things. You're not sure what they're making because it's kind of in gibberish in terms of like, you know, like doctor hand. Like this person isn't a doctor, maybe, but it seems like a ledger for like a shop, or they sell something or they make something to give to people. And it's custom orders for things. This is looking like, probably you couldn't tell time period, but Theo probably says out loud that this is like maybe early 1800s, maybe like a very older time period. And what y'all can gather is it looks like, for the first few pages, it's a ledger for dolls. So custom made dolls, made for people. And each doll looks like it's made to the specifications of somebody. And they're very detailed. It seems like talking about qualities of the person they're made for. So like, oh, bright eyes that shine like the sun kind of situation, blue, like things like that. That seem a little bit more descriptive than they should be for a doll being made. Kind of like making this like a mini paragraph story about this person, and the cost of it. And those are the first few pages, and then it starts bleeding in a way that you're getting the vibe of a hint of supernaturalness. This is when it was applied to this book. Say 30 pages in, 40 pages in, and then it starts taking on like a glyphs essentially of unknown language, usually what's used for doing magic. And then next to it, it's starting to become more specific about this is what this is used for. That's interesting. I tried to use this time. This is what, like, so it's kind of a play-by-play of experimenting with magic. And then it looks like that book starts having sketches of detailed mechanisms, similar to like a doll, but like making it more clockworkish. So like automatons, for instance, is what is starting to be coming through. So like fully automated, detailed automatons, mechanisms that are built with some sort of core magic on the inside of it that powers it to do different functions. And then what they could be used for. Most of it's neutral, good. And then after you get a few pages in, gets worse. It starts kind of distorting or getting more like concerning in terms of things that do harm. Those dolls, those adult-sized dolls, start becoming more weaponized. Is the best way to put it. Potential. Not just for like, oh, like those automatons are kind of meant for housing purposes, like for a soul or something like that. It just didn't. It seemed like at a certain point that just changed. There's also parts of that book that are concerning, that are almost entirely black. It looks like splotches of some sort of eldritch runes that can barely be legible. And Theo points out that this is probably where the corruption part of the book came from. It probably was abandoned as like a note-taking device of some sort and became a way to corrupt people at a certain point. So this started off as like this is a weird catalog of time of whoever. The handwriting stays the same, it seems like, just kind of chronologically showing what this person went through up until they did that eldritch slapping of black bleeding into pages. And then the last few pages are just weirdly empty, but random lettering keeps on popping through the pages every so often. Yeah, that's what you find there. You found a lot, Foxtrot. You did the thing that I, the keeper, really wanted someone to do.
And because why not? There's like this slack jaw talking. Take a photo from the whatever nerve that's left in the face.
Like Theo's just like trying not to look at you. It's just like, and then just reaches into his pocket to get the phone.
Half slack body. Take a photo.
I fucking take it. Like he starts going through those parts, taking pictures and detailed pictures of those things. It takes the whole time, so 15 minutes, to get enough details, and wants to look further into those eldritch sigils, so definitely taking pictures of those. and puts the phone away. And Theo's all right, we need to put it back because it's starting to rustle. And then just as he like puts his hands down, uh something really bad happens. So why wouldn't I? Come on, like we released the thing. So those pages kind of gain life immediately, right? Like, and they are very angry, obviously, because they got paralyzed. You looked at them. And immediately a few pages elongate, get darker, black, and they cut at Theo. Now, this technically is combat right now. Technically. So technically, so give me 1 second. I just want to. Where did my goddamn dice go? Oh, there you are. Okay. Just want to see something. All right, so it missed Theo technically. So like it took a big swipe. You feel like kind of juxtaposition of the beginning of this the beginning of this session. Someone said like paper cut. Like how does a paper cut work? Like it's not that deep, right? In this event, it seems like if Theo did not move his hand out of the way in the moment, it would have either been cut off or cut really deep. And now it seems like it doesn't want y'all anywhere near it, so it might take a little bit for Theo to try to get it back in. So, I already rolled initiative order for this purpose, so thank you. But what did you want to do, Foxtrot? The book already took its turn.
Jeez Louise.
Did you expect to be fighting a book today? Probably not.
I mean, I fight literature all the time. I can't read. I think they try
to... Time to hit the books.
You have to read that out loud. Time to hit the books.
If I can just like wrangle the book, like snap it shut.
You snap it shut?
Yes.
Okay. Roll kick some ass, I suppose.
Cool. Where are my stats? Okay. Cool. Tough. Okay, that's a 7.
That's a 7.
I had to make sure.
Okay. What happens with that? We kick some ass. I'm pretty certain it's not that great, unfortunately. Oh, you trade damage. Okay, so you try to reach forward to close the book, or at least like stop it from doing whatever the hell it's doing. And it doesn't, like, it does work. You get your hands on it, but the pages now turn to you, and like a few of them reach out to cut you again. You're gonna take 3 damage.
Hot diggity. How much harm is unstable?
3. Like, I think past 3, actually 4, technically.
Okay, yeah, I'm right at 4.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well.
Oops.
You
did this.
Oh, wait. Oh my goodness. The parasite, Walking Dead. Your body has already died.
You
once.
never
You're
hit
not,
yeah,
I ignored the unstable status.
So
never mind.
Unstable. Yeah, baby.
Yay!
I forgot about that. Yeah, thank you.
You too.
Oh my god. So, it takes a cut at your arm, or does it take a cut at you? I'm trying to figure out, like, you or your body. What's it cutting here? What's closer?
Probably me for the harm, I guess.
Yeah.
That would
so
be.
it cuts through those spindly, like, tendrils, and it's able to sever a few of them. And it hurts like a bitch. It's been a while since like you got hurt. It stings very bad.
Yeah, pain is real.
Pain is real. Holy shit. Theo, in this moment, is going to start, like, you see, if you're paying attention, that the tips of his fingers start glowing, and it looks like he's trying to make like a light cage. So it kind of like puts his hands together, and starts threading light between them. And is putting something together. It seems like it's going to take a little bit of time. So we'll see how that one goes. After that, the pages slam open because you're trying to hold it, and it just slams open again and gets out of your grip to get back on the table. Those pages wildly move through, and then between the pages, right where like that black I guess ichor of a sort, it looks kind of like that. Those eldritch sigils that barely look like things, and it just looks like an ink blot took over the entire page. It looks like those ink blots move, and the page gets fully black, and then you just see something just leak out of the pages. 2 ink blots fall off the edge of the table, plop to the ground, start taking form, and they look like small, like half your body size of beings that have too many legs, too many fingers, too many eyes, and it's 2 of them. They are going to attack you, Foxtrot, or attempt to, because you're the closest. You're also the one that's been like poking and prodding at the book, and it did not appreciate that. Give me 1 second. They both failed. Nicely done. So they take a attack for you, and they kind of tumble. You kind of just easily sidestep out of both of their ways. Looks like they're newly formed and are trying to figure themselves out. And that's their turn. Your turn.
Oh joy. I mean, would I have my weapons with me?
I would say technically
big ass weapons though.
You do have some big ass weapons. That's what I'm trying to. Yeah, I would say you do, because I think I did say this. That like each one has like each weapon of the core actually has like a sigil on it, essentially. Like that makes it so that you can kind of carry them around without people noticing them.
Well, I guess it's chainsaw time.
It's chainsaw. Oh my god, it's chainsaw time. Rev that thing up and kick some ass.
All right, and then I get
Theo's
plus
looking
1.
at you like, the fuck? Like, just eyes wide as he's putting this glowing netting together here.
That is, let's see. So that's 7, 8, 10.
10. Cool. So you fully succeeded, because I think that your thing had a drawback that you told me about, but luckily you fully succeeded in this case. So what are you doing with the chainsaw? What are you aiming for?
Just hacking those blobby things right across. At least one.
All right, you get 1. You're able to like quickly rev that thing up and then take a swipe at it. You're able to cut it down, and as soon as you do, it just goes right through it, like pudding kind of situation, and it falls. It takes, well, how much damage does your thing do? 3 messy. It's this ichor splatters everywhere, essentially. So the walls, the computer, Theo, you, everything is just covered in black, and Theo's like, Jesus fucking Christ, like, just I hate it. Yes, Jack's gonna be mad. Jack's gonna be really mad. And you're able to take it out. Now it's Theo's turn. Those threadings of light get wider and wider, and then he flings it out to. Originally he was gonna aim it for the book, but then there's this thing here. Theo's allowed to say that. And throws it on this thing. It seems like it got brighter all of a sudden, realizing what was going to happen. And then it cuts through that ichor like the netting, the shape of netting. So it cubifies essentially before it falls to the ground. You didn't know Theo could do that. That's kind of terrifying. It accidentally also cuts into part of the desk where Jack's computer is. So like not the table, luckily. Yeah, Jack's gonna be mad. But like cuts through it, it cubifies and falls. You both were able to take care of these things. Theo runs over to try to like keep the book where it is. The book's gonna take a turn though. when Theo does run over to put his hands on the table, it's going to take another page swipe at him. Where are you, goddamn dice? It works. Oof. 2 pages come out and slash across his chest. And he takes 3 damage to his chest. It literally cuts through his shirt, his jacket. The holsters that he had with guns are cut off because they fall. And it's a really deep gash. You see splatter of blood, but it doesn't look normal. It starts off as red and then it turns a different color, a darker blue of some sort. It seems like it's trying to hold up the color of red and it's not working. And Theo, through clenched teeth, is able to reinitiate the table just fine. The pages continue to rustle angrily, and it seems like it's trying to like lash out and break through the containment. And every time it breaks through one, it just regenerates again, and it keeps on doing it. It's like it's in frenzy mode.
Can I possibly? This is a stretch. This is a big stretch, and I understand if this is a no. Could I use Simon Says on the book?
I'll let you do this, but it won't be a small creature. It will be a bigger being, and you'll have to roll for it. Okay, go for it. Let's go.
Oh boy. Oh, scared. Okay, it is plus weird though. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. A 9.
Okay, 9. Your target follows your orders, but the keeper chooses an option. The target understood what happened. The target dies once their goal is fulfilled. It hurts you to do this. The target raises some attention. What you asked isn't properly done. I'll think about it. What did you want to do? What do you
just to calm it down, just for it to chill, so we can recontain it. Like casting calm emotions on the
calm emotions. I'm trying to figure out what to do. That's all, because like the options. It does calm down. The pages kind of similar to what you did. It did get paralyzed essentially, but like this time it just turns into a book, and I hate that I'm going to do this, but you know, y'all can tell me if you don't like it. The edges of the book, starting from the right hand side, start breaking apart and bleeding away and breaking up and fading away. Kind of like, you know, if something's burning, it looks kind of like that. Or like each page is starting to burn away, burn. And there's pages left, but like maybe 50 of them. It's no longer a journal. They're artifacts of whatever it used to be. So Theo looks to you. Those eyes, the second pair of eyes look like they're getting ready to fade out. And it looks like he's getting ready to reprimand you, but he kind of falls down because he's unstable right now and he's starting to lose blood really fast. So he's falling.
Hey, bestie. I'm just using all of my moves. Muscle memory. I picked DIY surgery.
Oh, yeah. So he falls. You hear people definitely heard all this shit, right? Like, you just revved up a chainsaw. There was tumbling. There was, like, magic being used. Theo did light magic that cut the fuck out of a desk and, like, wrecked a keyboard. All other stuff. So, he falls down, but is able to keep his body upright, like his chest upright. And you crouch over him and do DIY surgery, what is it? Cool. So roll cool for me.
I got mine is too cool, but maybe the dice will be. This can go wrong. Oh boy. I level up. That's a 1.
What happens on a win?
Well, not level up. I get.
It doesn't look like
I just
nothing.
experienced.
Yeah,
Thank goodness.
yeah, nothing happens. So you're trying to dig into literal Foxtrot's memory. You see it, you understand it, but you can't seem to get that because I think you also got hurt, like you. So your fingers are kind of like clumsy trying to get working. Only one hand is working, and it doesn't quite work. And Theo looks at you and grabs your hand, your wrist. It's just like, stop. Just take me to the infirmary.
And I guess with that, they just kind of prop him up instead. They don't say anything because they're kind of embarrassed.
The door opens. Several people, looks like cleaners, enter. One or two, and they see what's going on. They look at y'all. They look at the book. They look at the room, and they're like, they're left speechless. All they do is help you and usher you to the medic wing there. And we're gonna stop there, but then we're gonna transition over to Mo, Ezra, and Cordelia, who completely missed this interaction entirely, just in time. Y'all got into the elevator, and y'all are already heading out right before any of this happens, so you do not know what's going on.
That was it.
Theo
So we're going home.
was able to send like a clearly worried message of like, oh, okay, update me if anything else happens. I'll try to get to you as soon as possible, or get to the apartment as soon as possible. Oops, that's not happening. You're none the wiser. So y'all drive. You're driving to the apartment. Not Theo. Ezra's like is probably in the back seat with Cordelia. Opting not to like hold your hand this time because he's a little out of it, and he also got hurt by you, so he's not feeling terribly great, and also is a little worried by Mo's reaction to "we're going home." So it's like, why? What happened? What did I miss? You're driving to the apartment. It's 3 to 4 at this time. You're supposed to meet up with Damien at about 5:30,
6 or 7.
6 or 7.
Oh, was it?
I'm trying to remember.
I can't
I
remember.
think it was 6 or 7. We'll say.
Yeah.
He just wanted to do it earlier so that because it gets dark sooner. But yeah. So you have plenty of time to drop off, see what happens, and
I'm not gonna like leave immediately. Like I want to make sure that the kids are settled, and also I'm like I don't want to cancel because it seems like a really dick thing to do after I promised I was going to be there, but like something just happened, so I'm kind of playing it by ear right now. Anyway, yeah, I'm like ushering them upstairs. We're going to my apartment, not his.
Okay, so I would say that you went to the underground parking structure. Like, there's an elevator there. Ezra's kind of out of it, but not the same way. Just more like confused about what's going on, kind of concerned. Like, y'all found out that there might be a spy or someone's been compromised. Is Jack okay? And you get to the elevator. You start going up to your floor. Mo, any conversations awkwardly happening? Because y'all are very silent in there.
Yeah. I'm probably not talking. I do have like one hand is like strained towards my pistol every once in a while, so I just kind of like rest it on my hip where my pistol is, because I'm in protection mode right now. So if that like is projecting anything to Ezra, then
for sure.
yeah.
Ezra's putting things together. Yes, Cordelia, what do you want to do?
Cordelia is not used to having a shadow, and so she is making shadow puppets on the floor of the elevator.
Cute.
That's adorable. Not Theo. I keep on thinking Theo's here. Ezra is did not notice, but is just thinking you're adorable at the moment. But that's about it. His eyes more focused on Mo, hand on the gun in protective mode, and then looks at the side of your face because I would say he's like standing next to you. And it's like, did something happen?
Yeah. We can talk about it when we get inside.
You can talk about it now. We're alone.
Yeah, but we are on the move, and I do not want to.
Mo, please tell me. Please.
I don't know. You were going to tell me something. You're going to tell me something about what's been up with you lately. And then you stopped, and then you lost some time in the middle of the hallway in the core. So I don't want to be there right now.
Okay.
I don't want you there right now.
I was thinking about talking to you, and every time I thought I was just being stubborn. I did want to tell you. I did want to tell you, and it just keeps leaving my mind.
No, yeah, I'm starting to figure that out. It's okay, Ezra. I don't feel like you're safe right now. I don't think that the core is safe right now.
Are we ever safe, Mo? We are monster hunters. I was trying to make a joke.
It's not funny.
Sorry.
We can hunt monsters. That's what we do. But when they hunt us back, that's when I got an issue.
But what if I'm turning into one?
Do you think you are?
Yeah.
You're not.
Corey, I keep accidentally feeding on you.
You are at a precipice. I don't know when, I don't know how, but you are gonna have to make a choice at some point. And that's where you're at. It's not that you're a monster. And even if you were, we already have had and have monsters in this family.
Fair. I just don't know what's gonna happen. But I don't want to hurt you if that ever happens. Or Mo, or anybody. I was talking to Millie about it, and then Millie left.
Millie didn't leave because you might be turning into a monster.
I know that, but I wanted to help Millie, and we were gonna help each other. And now I don't know. We might both be doomed.
You're not doomed. Neither of you are doomed. You're just different now. And there's nothing wrong with that. You gotta adjust to that new normal. We'll figure it out.
Even when you're not normal?
Honey, I don't think any of us have ever been normal.
That's fair.
That's why we work.
All right. Y'all get to your floor.
I contacted Elle.
You did what?
The door opens. It's like, all right, let's go. I contacted Elle. What?
Like on purpose?
Yes.
Were you checking on Meg?
No.
You were making a deal.
No, I was asking a question.
Which normally leads to a deal based off of your family line with Megan, so...
Yes, and I didn't make any deals. I asked what it would entail, and then I didn't go any further than that. And I made sure that my wording was very clear, and that I didn't give anything yet.
Okay. You didn't make a deal, but there's an offer.
But I thought about it. Yes.
Okay. Are you gonna tell me what it is?
I wanted to know if she could help us figure out what the doll maker wanted with you.
I appreciate that, but not a favor for a favor situation. It's already put us deeper into things than we should be.
It wasn't a favor for a favor. It's more a favor for a name.
What name?
I very subtly slipped it in earlier, but she wanted to know what your mother's name was, Ezra.
That wasn't subtle.
It was.
That wasn't subtle at all. And
It was really, really, really not subtle at all. That makes sense.
Corey.
Okay. Thank you for
gonna
telling us.
I'm gonna be really honest with you. He looks really sad at the information you just gave him. I will never tell anybody my mom's name.
Okay.
And he walks ahead of y'all to your apartment, Mo. Mo, can you roll read a bad situation for me?
Oh, fuck!
You're dying a little bit.
Heck. Do I got? No, I should.
Yeah, I feel right there, friend.
I can't. My palms are sweaty.
Knees weak,
Mom's
arms
spaghetti.
are heavy. There's ramen on his radar already. Mom's spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti. Read a bad situation. Oh, I can use cool for that.
Yeah, it's your thing.
I
It's your
have,
thing.
yeah, I have tactical genius. Hell yeah. Let me pull that up. Basic moves. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, God. 10.
Awesome. So
Wait, no, 9. Sorry, 9.
Okay. Why is it 9?
I can't do math because I rolled a 6 and a 1. Nope, that is 10.
Okay.
Sorry, I
Okay.
can't do math.
Yeah, that's right. Because I think you have like a lot.
7. Yeah, I have a +3 to cool.
Yeah, you're right. So
yes.
Basic moves. Read a bad situation. You have 3 hold to ask any of those questions.
Cool. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Immediately on this floor.
Oh boy, what's the biggest threat?
As you round the corner, I'm assuming you round the corner because like it's one of those things where like, oh, here's the bank of elevators, and you step out and you get to the hallway and you can see your apartment. And there's 2 people standing there.
Okay.
Can't get a really good look on them yet, but there's 2 people standing there. You have 1 more hold.
I do.
Yeah, 3.
I get 3?
For read about situation, you get 3. Yeah.
Investigating mysteries too.
Yeah. It's weird, but yeah.
That's so weird. Oh Lord. What's the best way to protect the victims?
Run.
Yep, I lurch forward, I grab Ezra by the back of the collar, and I run. In the opposite direction.
You run the opposite direction, and when you do, there's another person standing where y'all are coming from, like kind of blocking off on the other end of the hallway. And you get a good look at them. You are expecting dolls, but the thing is that the complex, any housing of any hunters, is usually guarded by the same thing the core is. So you're like, maybe not? But you do see someone standing there that isn't quite a person. You're trying to figure it out. There's something wrong with them because you can't really see anything. They're walking towards you, and then slowly, because these are long hallways, they start vaulting towards you at a very inhuman speed, and you can hear the workings of clockwork or just mechanisms firing off.
Okay. Wow. Woo, bad.
And as they get closer, you can see that the face has different like dips, different like sectioning of the face, the neck, kind of like a doll, but it looks like an automaton running towards you that has intricate pattern design across the skin of it, and the mouth is open, essentially, kind of very much like a marionette kind of, and it takes a stance to have its arms dislocate. There's like spindly detachments, and it reaches for Ezra and attempts to wrap around him. And we're going to end right there, everybody.
No, wait, what? Fuck.
Sorry. Not sorry. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this episode of Arcane Core Blackout, episode 5. Alter Egos? Yes. I have been your keeper for this evening. Ambrose, she, they, and we're gonna go in reverse order, starting with Vin.
Hi guys, I'm Vin at 𝚜𝚎𝚜𝚎 on Twitter.
Can't stand you.
I know. Anyway, y'all can find me at 𝚜𝚎𝚜𝚎 on Twitter, or if you want to see me in a more professional view, I'm a voice actor. And you can find my credentials, demo reels, all that, etc., on 𝚜𝚎𝚜𝚎.com.
Awesome. Jazz.
Fine.
I love you.
Do you? Do you?
Yeah.
I'm feeling targeted right now. I'm feeling.
Who, me?
What up? I'm Jazz, also known as 𝚜𝚎𝚜𝚎 on the everywheres, except for Instagram. Because Instagram, I'm known as 𝚜𝚎𝚜𝚎. I can't do this. I literally can't do this. What do you want me to do?
You're so close.
You know what's really funny is like I said, hey, it'd be totally fine if we ended on a cliffhanger.
You really
and then
did tell me that.
I did. I said that with my own mouth, with my own words.
And I ran with it. So
yeah, I'm considering revoking that.
Towards
I
you
forgot
at full
about
speed.
this is the thing. I don't know why I forgot. Like literally Ambrose has been like from the get-go, like, don't give me permission to do a cliffhanger because I will run with it. And yet every time. I'm not sure yet. But if this does drop in the first-ish week, I am going to be at Jam's bookstore in Beaverton, Oregon, doing a meet and greet with Rosie Thor and Lindsay Miller for the Being Ace anthology. That is October 10th, Tuesday, October 10th at 7 p.m. Y'all should come see me if you want to. You don't have to, but like if you want to, I wrote a short story and you can read it. It actually drops that day. So yeah, I'm actually not currently in anything else at the moment. At the time of recording, Harlem Unbound over on Queen's Court Games is has like maybe 1 or 2 more episodes. And then there are some other projects in the works that I will hopefully be able to announce soon. But up until then, this is been me, and if you want to catch up with me, you can just Google 𝚜𝚎𝚜𝚎, 𝚜𝚎𝚜𝚎𝚜𝚎𝚜𝚎𝚜𝚎𝚜𝚎𝚜𝚎. And I guarantee you nobody else has my username except for Instagram, but that's because I got hacked. Okay, I'm done.
All right, you sure? Okay, cool. Iris.
Hello, my name is Iris Brienne Wyndham. Pronouns she, they. I have been playing Cordelia Bennett. Pronouns she, her. My boyfriend is mad at me, and that's the worst part of this cliffhanger. You can find me on Twitter, Blue Sky, etc. at Iris Wyndham VO, and I do voiceover, as the name implies. Not much, but I'm trying.
You're doing great. You got this. Cool. And Calamity.
Hi, I'm Calamity. I'm stressed. Calamity, pronounced she, they. You can find me as Hey Calamity with 3 Ys. That I definitely did 2 fingers, 3 Ys all over the internet. on all the things. What am I currently in that I can talk about? Nothing.
Oh, I know
Except
that feeling.
this.
I know that feeling so much.
And this has been a delight, so I'm very happy to be here. But if you want to see what I'm up to around the time this episode comes out, I should be able to say more around then. So check out my socials.
Awesome. And hello, everybody. I'm Ambrose. This episode took a lot out of me. Holy hell. They bought it, y'all. Holy shit. I am the creative director and founder of Othersider Studios, and of course the keeper for what you're watching right now. I am in a couple of things, but also I have to wait for the announcement, so I'm very I want to say things, but I cannot. But please consider tipping these wonderful people. They put a lot of energy, time into especially this episode, but in general, this season, and we would very much appreciate it. So please put exclamation tip in the chat, or you can go to www.pally.gg/tip/Othersider Studios, and be greatly appreciated. Thank you. And until next time, we'll see you on the next session, which will pick up from where this just left off. But until then, we'll see you on the other side. Take care.